these streets with diamonds in our eyes. Out with the vampires under a midnight sky. My mind so hypnotized. It was exciting. It was the 90s. Mama didn't understand it, and Daddy always said that I was going too far. Said there's never any compromising if you try to win the battle to be who you are. I danced to the left, I danced to the right, hold hands with my demons and creatures of night, on an undercover mission to find somebody else like me. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Someone who can hear me and drink from the light, to see things from the same side. Is there anybody out there? 5 years later, I'm out with the same old faces and dead end places. Things kept going wrong. I'm getting to thinking my daddy was right all along. So will you take a little walk on the wild side? Be careful that you never slip your hands from the wheel. There's never any compromising. By reflections from the part of you that's real. I dance to the left, I dance to the right, hold hands with my demons and creatures of night, on an undercover mission to find somebody else like me.
Hey now, hey now, hey now. It's here. Thursday. Your favorite day of the week. And we're here to provide you with a full day of action-packed news and entertainment. Coming at you. ALT Insider here. We're going to take you all the way to about 2 p.m. Eastern, and then we're going to get some tunes going, then we're going to get That Being Said going, and then we're going to get Detractor Beam going, and it's going to be a very meaningful day, let me tell you. So, starting early because we got a lot to get to, as always, and I want to finish this in one go, so that's why we're here. As you can see, Philip giving his teammates encouragement after a made free throw. Big ups to Philip. Mascot of the show. All right, real quick, let's get to a few business style announcements. So, new card hype, all right? We got some new cards coming at you. Let me show you a few here. So, these are from, last night if you were here, you saw that there was one card I got from DeviantArt, and I found another one. Say hello to the Salt Wars. This is LTG versus DSP. Long ago, but not long enough, in an arcade far, far away, the Salt Wars took place. So shout outs to that. What I thought was pretty unique. I like the style of Philip and LTG used there. That is the Salt Wars, now available for pulling now. Begin pulling immediately. Next up we have, of course, we premiered yesterday, but there you go. The Mega Powers Explode. Little mini-series here. DSP versus LTG. Mega Powers Exploding. And this one, custom card, which I dare say has some of the best art on any card we have. You know, there's a lot of great cards here, a lot of great art, but this one by Chio might take the cake. Say hello to Megadeth Hogan Psycho. Look at that art. That is incredible. And that's not, I don't think that's AI, right? It's too perfect for Hogan. You can't get AI to do that fucking perfect. Unless they used to take a real picture into AI, made it into a picture, you know what I'm saying? Like, made it look like an art. But that's incredible. Megadeth Hogan Psycho. Of course, a parody on Moto Psycho, which many people say Motorcycle is what he says there. Look at that fucking art, though. That's incredible. That's one you frame. That is one you frame. Let's see who will be the first to pull Megadeth Hogan Psycho. Now we have 2 Megadeth cards now. Big ups. All right, good luck, everybody. Good luck. Real quick, I found some other fan art through DeviantArt that I'm just going to show you because I don't know what else to do. So here's The Game is Stupid. Oh, Spaghetti Sam says it's definitely AI because the fingers are fucked. Let me check. You always got to check the fingers. Similar to how you date. When dating, you got to check the fingers. And yes, correct. It looks like Hogan has 6 fingers and Philip has 4 fingers. Do we know that's not correct, though? That's not correct to the lore? Answer me that. Have you ever seen Hogan's full hand? Anyways. Just real quick, because these are not worth, like, anything, but I can't, like, I want to show them because I found them. So, The Game is Stupid fan art. Very cool fan art from DeviantArt. Very robust. Next, we have Happy Birthday Brian Froud, and that is DSP in the background. Someone made this for their friend. Yeah. With friends like these, who needs enemies? Am I right? So, Brian Froud, happy birthday to you. This was about 2010 or something, so big ups. Great fan art for your friend. Next up, we have Octopath Traveler. I just thought this was funny. I don't know. There's no... It looks like a very robustly shaped Philip there. So there we go. Okay, it's not 100% AI. Chio in the house. Legendary Chio with that amazing art. Definitely one of some of the best art we have, no matter what. I don't give a shit how it's made. Octopath Traveler here. Next up, we have Death to Kojima. WoW fan art. Very robust. This is the skill on display here today in terms of art is off the charts. So there we go. We're gonna go to the last one here. Oh no, we already showed that one. Where? Oh yeah, this one. Okay, this is the weirdest one because like this took effort. All right, so let's see if you think it's funny. All right, I'll go through it like a true comic. Hello everyone, here's Darkside Phil, okay? Welcome to another shitty playthrough of mine, okay? Keep in mind that you must donate money or to me or else. Fuck you. Okay? More bullshit I say instead of starting the game. And now we'll start Silent Hill 4, The Room. Look at this guy. Okay, hi Phil. Fuck, this dude can't catch the ball. This game sucks. You are not playing the game. You are tearing me apart, Phil. Get out. Get out of my game. I dodged that. Whatever. Phil, I don't love you anymore. Now I love Mark. Titties. I mean my daughter. I mean my girlfriend is a bitch. Like this is a lot of work, but I don't know if it's comedy here. Fuck this. This is a waste of time. Goes to shoot himself. And then what the fuck? The gun is bugged. And then it does shoot him fucking lag. But like there's something there. I'm not sure it's funny, but it is there. I don't know. Oh, Jono Bond says he likes it. All right. I don't know. There you go. You can make your own suggestions. But that was from another DeviantArt find, and DeviantArt is a place you want to watch out for. Anyways, let's move forward positively because there's so much to get to today, and obviously the links are overwhelming here. So just to put a bow on last week's episode, which of course you can catch on the stream, we started with DSP starting his Patreon. And we went through the first scam of Patreon, which was the Project 7. Well, he said a Project 7 reboot, then it got downgraded to a trailer, then it downgraded to I'm not doing shit, bitch. So that's basically it. I want to put a bow on that real quick. So a few comments from this in the later years. The Patreon theft lie originates from when I failed to produce a Project 7 trailer because I was busy doing other things people wanted more. That doesn't make sense because people paid for that. You promised a product, people paid for it, and you didn't do that. So that argument doesn't really hold any water here. Next up, remember, he did promise, one of the first Patreon perks he promised was a part in the Project 7 reboot, right? That's something he promised. If you gave the $75 perk, all right, you would get a spot in Project 7 reboot. Those are his words, not mine. But then Phil downgraded it to, well, I'm going to do a special event. Well, thanks to Doomer Ziggy, we do have one of those special events. And let's hear how these people got utilized. I do not know. I have not seen this, but apparently they were utilized in this. So it's not Christmas, but let's see how those Patreon pay pigs were utilized in a special event. Darkside Phil's. Uh-oh. Big ups, Jericho. Phil's a nigger. Still going through your backlog and loving it. I was wondering if you had an FAQ-style video or post about you and the other hosts. I know a lot of DSP lore, but I'm interested in the wider Snortex. Maybe that's something to do. We don't have one right now, but big ups, Jericho. I'm down for any we should do maybe we should do a Q&A episode. That being said, Q&A episode. That'd be kind of fun. All right, let's fucking go. Come on. It is scary. Zephon Mythois, Phil's a nigger. Thank you. Don't test me.
Hello, little
That's
girls
true.
and boys. Santa Claus here, fresh off of delivering toys all around the world, appearing in one of DSP's videos for the first time in a long time. To wish you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Okay.
So without further ado, let's get started with the Christmas special for 2015. The 12 things that this year really were a bitch. Hit it.
So just we see where this is going. I contracted cancer after watching this. Good comment. Oh my God, can you guys lighten up in the comments? It's Christmas, you Scrooges. Go home and be a family man. Oh my God, look at these jokes. DSP, it's snowing in your house. If I were you, I'd check the roof. I mean, that's the fan. That's the level of comedy that the DSP fans enjoy right there. Oh man. All right. Anyways, Phil's comment is, thank you all for the marvelous year. My thanks to you is that the short Christmas special, which is only 8 minutes long, took me over 12 hours. Yes, seriously, to make. This took Phil 12 hours to make, so let's go. At least he tried back here this time. Okay.
The first thing that this year really was a bitch. The order.
Okay, failure already. The 12 things that this year really... Okay, hold on. Let's try to unpack this. The 12 things that this year really were a bitch. All right. Not sure I can unpack that, but... And then he says was a bitch instead of were a bitch. I'm not sure the original sentence even makes sense, though, does it?
First thing that this year really was a bitch.
Okay.
The order was a bait and switch.
Okay.
The second thing that this year really was a bitch. False copyright claims, and the order was a bait and switch.
Oh, God.
The third thing that this year really was a bitch. Boring fucking games, false copyright claims, and the order was a bait and switch. The fucking monsters. The fourth thing that
Oh, listen, he added a backing bass track. Listen to this. It seems like a shit post, Jono Bomb, but it's not. Listen to this. Yeah, you shouldn't use. He shouldn't use bait and switch when we just literally the previous month to this did not deliver on a Patreon. Excuse me, on a Patreon perk, which was Project 7. Very ballsy use of words there. Listen to he adds a bass track here. Lemtex, I see you there. Former Chink of the Ring. You'll appreciate this. Listen.
Was a bitch. Boring fucking games, false copyright claims, and the order was a bait and switch. The fucking monsters. The fourth thing that this year really was a bitch. DDoS attacks, boring fucking games, false copyright claims, and the order was a bait and switch.
Oh, high pitch now.
The fifth thing that this year really was a bitch. Huge rip-off games.
Oh, hello everyone, it's Santa Claus. I'll be counting down some of the biggest rip-offs of the year right here. So don't go anywhere, I'll be right back.
What are we doing this for?
DDoS attacks, put me right to sleep. Say goodbye to fan art. The order was a bait and switch.
Say goodbye to fan art. You know what that means. Be awesome one. Big Ups Boat Knight says he honestly thinks everyone has a short memory. Or yeah, like that was in the past, I guess. That was in the past, guys. That was last month.
The sixth thing.
But say what you will, this is him trying, okay? So I'll give him credit for trying. But yeah, this is something. And yes, in the Christmas spirit, people in chat saying we're being Scrooges in the chat. He's being a Scrooge this whole fucking video, just complaining.
We're the werewolves. The sixth thing that this year really was a bitch. Konami fucking sucks.
That's Evolve, right?
Oh yes, Evolve. The game where you control a giant monster and get hunted by a pack of humans. If only the game launched with more than a handful of monsters and didn't charge you double to unlock the rest of the content. Oh ho ho, what a bunch of baloney.
Why is it fucking blinking? I paid for this crap. Streaming's going
Why is
for
it
weeks.
fucking blinking?
It's all humans. The seventh thing that this year really was a
what are the fans doing in this, by the way? I might have got bait and switched here by Doomer Ziggy. What are the Patreon pledges getting in this? I hope they have they're featured here. That's why we're playing this.
Shitty game bugs. Well, they screwed Kojima. Huge rip-off game.
Splatoon's a rip-off game?
Oh yes, Splatoon, the Nintendo exclusive game that launched with almost no content, although it did provide free DLCs for 4 months. How about you wait until that content is ready before you sell your game for full price, you
What?
Grinches? Oh.
Well, there goes the stream. Walking simulator. This has gone too far. The order was a bait and
Okay,
switch.
Splatoon's a rip-off, I guess.
$60 for this. The eighth thing that this year really was a bitch. Terrible season passes. He's stuck to the ceiling. His name's not on the game.
What? I don't know what that's about, but okay.
Ah, Godzilla, the game where you control Godzilla and other large kaiju monsters. Until you get bored within a couple hours and realize you spent $60 on a game with no content. Oh.
Okay.
Fuck, not again. I'm so damn bored. Guess I'm fucking screwed. The order was a bait and switch.
All right.
It's a shiny turd. The ninth thing that this year really was a bitch. Beta isn't working. Tell me what comes with it. What the fuck is that?
Wait, what was this effect here? He used some effect.
Beta isn't working. Tell me what comes.
What was... Oh, that's the fan. Is that the fan input right there? That's someone else's voice. This is someone that paid $75. Listen to this input.
this year really was a bitch.
Beta isn't working.
Tell me what comes.
Thanks for the 75, bitch. Thanks for the 75. I hope it was worth it. Did you enjoy it?
with it. What the fuck?
Let's give him a little more shout out. Here, come on, let's give him a little more spotlight. He paid $75 for this.
He was a bitch.
Beta isn't working.
Tell me what comes with it. What the fuck is that? The game's not even done.
Nice.
Oh, everybody's going to the rapture. No, everyone's going to sleep. A game itself cannot be composed of simply walking and clicking on audio logs. Even if the story is good, this game's a huge ripoff even for the low price that it's sold for.
Okay.
What a bore.
Fucking piece of shit. Boring fucking games. Some fucking robots. The order was a piece of shit. Boring fucking games. Some fucking.
See your copyright claim recording P. Diddy featuring Kanye West, Chris Brown, Mega Upload. Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. He's changing up every like item in this list, and he's kind of running out of things to do. So what he said here, like fucking robots. Like, all right.
Fucking robots. The order was a bait and switch. Fuck you, Sony.
This is bad.
The thing that this year really was a bitch. Tim Schafer's a douchebag.
Can I get a match?
Great. More
Oh.
skins.
Can I get a match?
Bitch. Tim Schafer's a douchebag.
Can I get a match?
Great. More skins. Glitching out the stage.
Ooh, pachinko machines.
What the fuck are we doing?
Games. Really? Do I even need to tell you why this game is a big lump of coal in anyone's stocking? No?
Okay, something else dented about this video is the top left video is always the same. He's just doing voiceover. So I believe, and I want to make sure the next time it shows up. The left is always the same video. So watch for the same arm movements, okay? It's definitely voiced over. So watch. All right.
Games.
So we got
Really? Do I even need to tell you why this game is a
So
big
big
lump of coal
Y
in anyone's
pose,
stocking? No?
circles. Okay, so let's watch
Okay,
for that
then
again.
Let's move on.
Oh, why me? So damn bored. Unbelievable.
Big up, Super Scupper.
Lies,
Okay.
lies, lies. The 11th thing that this
Only
year
two left.
really was a bitch. Awful cop-out endings. Where's the money, Tim?
What a cruel joke.
Shitty challenge maps.
What a
Stuck
cool
to the
joke.
roof. Close your fucking doors.
Games. Ooh, Star
Here we go.
Wars. There's only 3 heroes on each side. A limited amount of game modes.
Oh yeah,
no
it is.
Single player.
Okay, confirmed it is. Confirmed it is. He did the exact same thing where he puts the hands together and then goes into the W pose, like the blossoming W. It's definitely the same top left video.
There's only 3
Ready?
heroes
Blossoming
on each side,
W.
a limited amount of game
Go.
modes, no single player, and the game has significantly less content than the previous
Big
2
ups.
iterations in the series. Oh, EA, way to ruin something else, you humbug Scrooges.
Who's doing this? Could this be any easier? Kill me now. The order was a bait and switch. Refund time. The 12th thing that this year really was a bitch.
Last
Contract
one.
negotiations. Cliffhangers.
Sir, those were contract negotiations. They said, we're paying you this much now, and you like it or leave. That's not really a negotiation.
Suck. The same as the first half.
Still freaking waiting.
How much did this cost? Looks just like me. He's banned from TGA?
Alright, so this is another number
Here we
on the
go.
countdown too, but it's so bad I have to bring it up again.
Blossoming
The Order
W.
1886 is one
I think third or fourth time we've seen this video now.
of the worst examples of bait and switch in video games ever. It was highly advertised as combat against monsters, only to find out 95% of the game was against generic humans. It was very basic third-person based shooter combat.
Okay.
And most of the stages were just actionless cutscenes. Oh, what a shame. These guys win award for biggest humbug of the year.
Fucking shitty dicks. Blow shit up, repeat.
Thanks, AVGN.
You can suck my shit.
Suck my shit. Oh, hilarious. Hilarious.
Merry Christmas, everyone, and a Happy New Year!
Did it again. One last blossoming W. Big ups.
Holidays, everyone, from me to you. If you enjoyed this holiday special, please consider giving it a like here on YouTube and also giving a comment about what you thought was your favorite part. If you like...
Special thanks to Logan. Logan is the pay pig that got the, that paid $75. So I guess there's only one that either wanted to do it. I know some people gave also more than 75, but like Sammy Samosa, I know he's doing 300. But anyways, that is to finish last week's episode. That is what the $75 patrons got. They were first promised to be a part of the Project 7 reboot. However, now they got to be part of this amazing video. So big ups, dude. Hilarious. Okay, so to start our Odyssey today, and it is an Odyssey, we're going to start with... do I want to go there or there? So we're going to start early in the... Let me make sure where we are here real quick. So,
really weird.
yeah, okay. So we're going to start with Persona 3. So Persona 3 is a long Odyssey, all right? Oh, yeah, I think it was taken out as Logan. Good point, Mr. Extravagant. Was that you, Logan? Please be honest, all right? It's fine. Jericho in the house again says, this is Chris Kringle for KO Gaming. Oh, yeah. This is Chris Kringle for KO Gaming. Welcome. So we're going to start, last episode we went basically to the end of 2015. Now we're going to start 2016, and we're going to start with a few... This is really a year recap of the Patreon Odyssey, really. It's not just about Persona 3. But anyways, we're going to start February 3rd, 2016. We got a Patreon update for everybody, okay? So get hype.
All those patrons last...
Okay, here we go.
I've seen some people have banks and or credit cards where if there's a transaction that they don't recognize, like something out of the norm, right? If you're not a normal patron, they may automatically put a hold on it and flag it as like a, oh, this is not a...
Oh, wait, I'm a little bit ahead of myself here. Let's go. Okay, here we go.
This playthrough, which is the process by which, if we did hit this funding level for January, patrons will be able to nominate and vote on a game for me to play.
Okay.
Which will start...
So now it's Patreon's choice has become a thing, like we got last...
Starting around mid...
So this new great idea is that if we get the funding goal, the patrons can choose what game we shall play. Sounds like a good idea, right?
March, and carry itself through, through April and such. Well, the good news is...
Uh-oh, good news.
If all the pledges go through, we will have raised more than the funding level goal for January.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm confident that we're going to get to it. The problem is, yesterday I did check, and 30 people out of around 200 or so who pledged in January were declined. Now, this happens for various reasons. It could be because the info entered on Patreon was incorrect. It could be a typo.
So he's the only guy that uses Patreon that legitimately tells his audience how Patreon works and how some of the pledges don't go through, and then holds the rest of the people that paid, accountable for that. Since they didn't go through, you don't get your reward, bitches. And that's going to be a theme of today.
It could be that there's insufficient funds in either a bank account or on a credit card that was entered as the payment method. Or
good God!
Could be a hold.
I was taking a drink. I'm gonna spit it out.
Hold.
Oh God! Oh God!
Or it could be a hold, a financial hold, which I've seen. Some people have banks and or credit cards where if there's a transaction that they don't recognize, like something out of the norm, right? If you're not a normal patron, they may automatically put a hold on it and flag it as like a, oh, this is not a recognized activity. And therefore, we'll put a hold on it to make sure it's not fraud.
Oh, yeah.
So,
okay, we can do that. Let's do one liftoff today.
That they don't, which I've seen, funds in either a bank account or on a credit card that was entered as the payment method. Or it could be and or credit cards where if there's a transaction that they don't recognize, like something out of the norm, right? If you're not a normal patron, they may automatically put a hold on it and flag it as like a, oh, this is not a recognized activity.
Okay, so you get the point.
Put a hold on it to make sure it's not fraud. So 30 pledges were declined. I messaged all those patrons last night. A few of them actually already did update their info because I did see a little bit. I think maybe one or two people were recharged and it completed and went overnight, so that's good. I'm hoping in the next couple of days I'll have great news for everyone and be able to say, yes, Patron's Choice playthrough is on.
So
once
fucked
that
up,
happens,
dude.
if it does,
Copes I feel in the house is correct. No content creator talks about Patreon like this. Yes.
Nominate what game they'd like to see me play. Hint, hint. The Undertale Genocidal Run could be one of them. But I also know there's other games that people have been asking me to play, like Mafia 1.
Yep.
And Darkest Dungeon. And there's been many other stupid... Everyone keeps saying Persona 3.
Huh? What? Everyone wants to seek Persona 3? Huh? That might be fun. Now listen to the tone of how Philip talks about Persona 3, okay? You tell me if he's excited for this or not excited for this idea.
Darkest Dungeon. And there's been many other stupid... Everyone keeps saying Persona 3, which I don't think is going to work. I'll be honest with everyone here.
Oh, what?
I'm already going to play Persona 5 in the summer.
Huh?
All right? And we all know that Persona 3 is going to be an incredibly long game, being that there's a ton of new stuff coming out in the next few months. You know what I mean? Is this really the time to do an incredibly long JRPG? Probably not. I mean, Persona 4 worked last year because I started it in April. And in April, really, there was nothing going on besides Mortal Kombat 10 and me finishing up Bloodborne. And so it was the perfect playthrough for me to do April, May, and June.
Yeah?
Because of the timing.
He's like...
I don't know if Persona 3 would be a game that this would work out. Plus, I'm going to be doing a Persona game this year anyway, so it's kind of like you want to really overload on Persona. I'm just saying, it's in the hands of the patrons. So
yes,
if they nominate it and vote for it, you know, it's out of my hands.
Yes.
But I'm just throwing that out there that I don't know if this would be the right time for that.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens with the nominations and such. But anyway.
All right, you got the point? He does not think Persona 3 would work. He's letting... This is very early, by the way. Notice we are in February, and we're already saying, hey, guys, Persona 3, not sure it's going to work. Just keep that in your mind. Let's go. Another pre-stream, of course. We got so many fucking pre-streams. Because he spats at the mouth during these.
The weekend preview will be Sunday as usual, and we'll see what happens this week in regards to other stuff. You know, if there's anything else that I could squeeze in there that would make sense this coming week, we'll have to see. But I have good news for everyone.
Cool.
On today's pre-stream. I have very good news for everyone. As you know, it is now the 4th of February, which means that my Patreon drive for the month of January closed 4 days ago.
Okay, good.
And things were a little uncertain in regards to if we were going to hit the monthly goal because I had 30 people who were declined. We had a record amount of people pledging. We also had the record highest amount of people who were declined. In fact, I actually have a couple people who have contacted me personally apologizing and saying they don't know what's wrong, that their information on Patreon seems to be correct, and they have no idea why their pledges aren't going through. They're very confused and upset because they wanted to be in on this month's stuff.
I'm not going to make you listen to all this again. Let's get to the Patron's Choice part.
The goal level for January funding on Patreon, which means the Patron's Choice playthrough will occur. That's great news.
Great news.
So this coming weekend, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up on the forums the thread by which patrons who donated, excuse me, it's not a donation, and I need to stop saying that. It is a taxable income for me. It's not considered a donation for the United States government. They think that it's just valid income. But anyway.
As per your valid income. What? As per your valid income. That's what we got to say?
Per the United States government. They think that it's just the thread by which patrons who donated, excuse me, it's not a donation, and I need to stop saying that. It is a taxable income for me. It's not
as per your taxable income for me.
Considered a donation per the United States government. They think that it's just valid income. But anyway,
yes, okay. Thank you.
The pledges. Anyone who pledged $5 or more in the month of January,
yes,
will be able to nominate a game for the Patron's Choice.
Hype.
Pretty good, right?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
And
pretty good. Pretty
that
good.
means that come mid-March, I will be starting up whatever they vote on. So there'll be nominations for the next month or so on the kingofhate.com forums, and then there'll be a poll by which the patrons will be voting, and we're going to see what the next Patron's Choice playthrough will be. Now, I'm curious because there's been so many different games that people have wanted me to play in the past few months, and I've been basically saying, well, I'm sorry, guys, because, you know, I've been too busy either covering new stuff.
All right, we're going to have liftoff in this one.
Guys, because, you know, I've been too busy.
Houston, hang on for ignition. We have gout.
Either covering new stuff or doing stuff that people have wanted for a long time, or just doing ongoing playthroughs. For example, Yakuza 5 here, which I've been playing for a month and a half, and I'm still not done with it, right? So there's tons of games that people have been, asking me to play, like Mafia. Since Mafia 3 is coming out, people want to see me play the original Mafia.
Thank you for re-upping your membership.
Some people have said stuff like Xenoblade Chronicles X and Persona 3, although quite honestly, I'll be honest with everyone, I don't think this would be the time to play those games, being that there's so many new releases coming out in the next few months. Starting a long, drawn-out RPG is probably not a good idea. I'm just saying.
Okay, so patrons, you have a lot of choice as long as you make the right choice. Get it right. The pasta maker in the house says, you've been saying it wrong. It's Patreon. Oh, yeah. Give me Patreon. What's that song by Liquid Richer that uses that Patreon? It sounds so iconic. Give me Patreon. I got to find that one. Is that...
See some people drop some member bombs.
Oh, Big Stream in the house. Big ups, dude. Thank you so much, my friend. Extreme. Seriously extreme. More than words is all I have to snort to get your money. When you choose a Patreon's playthrough, I won't fit. Okay, I'll stop.
Some people have said a game like Darkest Dungeon, an indie game. Some people have said The Witness, which I skipped because I was busy playing Undertale. Some have said Undertale.
All right, I don't want to hear the whole game list. You hear, again, Patreon 3 guys, not sure it's going to work. Wise up, bitches. It's not going to work. Another Patreon's playthrough. Now we're finally into March. All right. So he's still talking about this. Let's see how he feels about Patreon 3, Persona 3 now.
If we've hit the goal or not. So I'll definitely let everyone know if we do hit that goal. All right. We are going to be doing a platforming marathon, either the conclusion.
Oh, yeah, this is the next month's Patreon goal
of Conker's Bad Fur Day HD or Crash Bandicoot 3 or Banjo-Kazooie HD, whatever wins a poll that the patrons will be voting on. Okay. Speaking of which, the Patrons' Choice playthrough.
Yeah, this
is from patrons who pledged to my Patreon back in January. The poll is live. It went live Sunday night. From what I can see, the early lead is by far for Persona 3.
Yeah!
I did not foresee that.
Hell yeah! Early lead Persona 3! We did it! Yes, and of course Philip did not see this coming.
Early lead is...
What's up, Ghost McFright? New to this channel, so we don't do current Phil streams, but the golden days, well, I don't say golden days. We do lore dives here, Ghost McFright. Lore dives and restreams. So restreams are obviously current, but mostly during the daytime streams like this, we're doing lore dives. Deep dives, my friend.
Is by far for Persona 3.
Yes!
I did not foresee this coming. I think a lot of people want to see me play Persona 3 before I play Persona 5 this summer, when it's scheduled to come out. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. I mean, I'm going to play whatever the patrons vote in.
Yes,
but
you will.
But at the same time, as you guys know, Persona 4, for
I hope you're not backing out of this.
And example, was an incredibly long playthrough. Incredibly long. And I was playing it at a time when there really wasn't much else going on besides Mortal Kombat 10.
Okay.
So I kind of balanced it in there with that.
Yeah.
And it worked well. The problem now is I'm starting this Patron's Choice playthrough in late March, and April is insanely packed with new releases.
I hope you're not writing another check. Your ass can't cash. You already did that last year, brother. I hope we're not doing that again.
Just looking at my calendar, there's about 6 to 7 major ones that I'm going to be playing. So I don't know when the hell I'm going to have time to be playing Persona 3 that month. What I may do is play a few sessions of this game in March and judge based off of that. Gee, is Persona 3 good? Is it something that I want to continue to play? And if it is, maybe I'll do it in May.
Okay, just a reminder. This is a January Patreon's goal, okay? January. We might play it in May. This is a very serious Patreon account. Very serious. I love this.
And if it is, maybe I'll do it in May. Because May is a little light. There's a few new releases in May, but there's not too much. So maybe I can kind of bring it over to May. And then, really dedicate some time to it then. If it's something that I want to play the whole game. You know what I mean? But the thing that I'm worried about, and I'm honest, and some people in the stream chat are actually echoing my sentiment right now.
It's gonna be May.
If Phil plays Persona 3, let's say,
okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Here's things everyone's saying. Okay? So remember, everyone's saying this. Let's see if you think everyone's saying this or Philip's saying this.
But the thing that I'm worried about, and I'm honest, and some people in the stream chat are actually echoing my sentiment right now. They're like, if Phil plays Persona 3, let's say, you know, some in March.
Oh, there it is, Jacob. You're right.
Through May and June, I finish
Thank you, Jacob. I'll play it.
And then Persona 5 comes out in the summer. Isn't that going to be Persona Burnout? I mean, you know what I mean?
You've heard of RPG Overload. Have you ever heard of the new danger coming in 2016? Persona Burnout.
Maybe. I don't know. I certainly don't know what improvements and changes are coming in Persona 5. But I kind of have to think. I was thinking, you know, one Persona a year is good. But hey, I have to, you know, I'm abiding by the rules.
Oh, you are.
Of the Patrons' Choice event, and the rules were that patrons nominate games for a month, and then they vote, and the vote's going through right now. So whatever wins the poll wins the poll.
Okay,
it's
thank
out of
God.
my hands. You know, it's in the hands of the patrons. That's the whole point of Patrons' Choice.
Thank God for that.
We'll see what happens.
All right, sweet. I love it. So if it wins the poll, we'll do it. All right.
We shall see. All right.
Anything else?
So anyway, I'll have more updates about patron stuff over the week. I'm not going to talk too much about it because at this point it's the beginning of the month. There's no reason to start.
Do you want to hear some Black Current plugs? Let's hear one of those real quick. Just one for the stream. I always like to hear one.
And very quickly, I'll give a little plug to my girlfriend Leanna's business, The Black Current.
Okay.
It's at etsy.com/shop/The Black Current. She sells handmade soaps and wax tart melts. She just celebrated her 1-year anniversary.
I love
of having
wax
the shop
tart.
open.
Like, what's a wax tart melt? I don't even know what that is, but I like it. Wax tart melts.
She sold hundreds of things.
Whoa!
And actually had an influx of orders over the weekend because there was a discount code she was offering. Unfortunately, that code expired last night. However, she is going to be offering a new line of spring products coming up in the next week, I believe. I think. So we'll find out. I'm not 100% when she's going to launch that, but when she does,
I'll let everyone know. Or you don't talk to her either?
But just throwing that out there.
Okay.
And all right.
All right. Got that plug out of the way. Talks about Patreon for 20 minutes. Leanna's plug is 10 seconds. Yeah, she got like a code or something. I don't know, like a sale. I don't know.
My sister's not
Whatever.
being abused.
Big ups, Copeside Phil says, imagine doing a Patreon goal and then saying he might do it to the people who give you money every single month. Don't understand how he has any fans. Well, you know how. There's some special people out there. March 2nd, let me make sure it's the same thing.
We've got...
Very next day.
At the end of that week, Pokken Tournament. Pokken Tournament. We're going to have the Patron's Choice playthrough starting up, and I have a big, well, not really an announcement, but an update on that.
Ooh, update. Okay, I'm down for this.
It almost seems... ladies and gents.
Vikes got the error card there. Big ups, Vikes. ALT, a cat patron since 2018. Oh, definitely. And you got the error card. There must be a wrong file in there. So, big ups. That's rare. That's super rare.
Polls and probably become the Patron's Choice playthrough that I'll be starting later this month. Right now, let me give you some perspective. It has...
Uh-oh. You're going to give us perspective of what?
Dominate the poll choice. That there's no stopping it. The dumbs, ladies and gents. That there's no stopping it. The dynamo of Patron's Choice.
Yes!
It looks like Persona 3 is going to dominate the polls and probably become the Patron's Choice playthrough that I'll be starting later this month. Right now, let me give you some perspective. It has more than 3 times the amount of votes of any of the other games in the poll. Holy shit.
Yes. We really want this. We really want this, motherfucker. So you better play it. Robert Williams in the house says, what's worse, Daily Rap or the Weekend Preview? Well, if in terms of like entertainment from detractors' perspective, Daily Rap because he bitches about stuff more. Weekend Preview, he's all like hopeful, you know.
So it's pretty obvious that everyone apparently wants to see me play this game.
Yes, we do. Definitely.
I'm okay with that, but you have to understand.
Uh-oh.
You really have to understand that.
Listen to this bitch, man. You know, this guy, people gave him $1,250 for this, by the way. And this is how you get treated. for your service. And when I say service, I mean just giving me money.
Fortunately, this is not like it was last year. Last year, when we did the Patron's Choice playthrough, and it ended up being Persona 4, this happened during a time period. It was late April, early May. Okay? Much different than this year, because last year there was nothing really going on in April. If you actually look at the game release schedule, there was Mortal Kombat 10, and I believe there was one other game that really wasn't a big deal at the time. Okay? So, you know, I played Mortal Kombat 10, I covered it fully, but then when I was kind of done with that, or not really done, but I balanced it with Persona 4, and I was able to take a ton of time throughout the month of May, when really there weren't a lot of releases, that I was playing Persona 4 as a full-time playthrough because I liked the game so much.
Okay, so you should like Persona 3 then.
To give you perspective.
Oh, more perspective. We are 2 doubles deep in perspective right now. Big ups.
Of April, and this is just looking at my calendar. It may not even be accurate.
Yeah, let me see.
We've got Quantum Break, Homefront: The Revolution,
oh, Quantum
Dark
Break.
Souls 3,
Can't
the
miss
Ratchet
that.
& Clank reboot, which I don't know if I'll be playing, quite honestly, but it's still there on my calendar. Star Fox Zero.
Oh,
now,
can't miss
4
that.
got delayed until May. So that's actually good, because with all those games during the month of April already, I don't know if I would even have time to play it. So, but all those games are in April. Now let me tell you May. Battleborn, Uncharted 4, Doom, and Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Is it Catalyst?
So it sounds like this was kind of a bad idea for a Patreon goal, wasn't it? Since you literally would rather die than do it.
Mirror's Edge, I think it's Catalyst. So those are other 4 major releases during the month. So it's going to be very difficult to, you know, be able to play this game in even any kind of a capacity during those 2 months. What I'm planning on doing is near the end of March, trying to do several sessions of the game.
Okay, so end of March.
So I can get in, you know, the requirement for the Patron's Choice, and then decide based off of those sessions if I do want to continue it as a full-time playthrough in the future. Because what I'm going to have to do, quite honestly, is wait for some downtime. Maybe play it in between the other games when I have a chance. But I don't foresee myself having a long-ass stretch, you know, to play Persona 3. I'm just being real with everyone here. It's a much different situation than it was last year, where it was a lot of dead time.
This is the guy that just had a Christmas video that said bait and switch. This is a bait and switch, sir. This is the definition of a bait and switch, but all right.
Okay. Here's the other thing, and here's what I don't think people are factoring into this decision.
Here's the other thing I don't think people are factoring into this decision. Here is let's play that line again. That is amazing.
Fine. Okay.
Let me hear this again.
Here's the other thing, and here's what I don't think people are factoring into this decision.
Are they buying a house? Are they buying something here? You promised a product, and they gave you money for that product. They didn't factor this into their decision?
If I play Persona 3, which
that's what everyone has given more than 3 times the next choice. So clearly people really want this.
It's going to be an insanely long game, just like Persona 4, I'm sure.
Yes,
Let's say I do it full time, maybe starting in late May, June. And
now we're in June. January Patreon goal.
I finish up Persona 3, let's say in June. I do a full playthrough of it, I finish it. Persona 5 is coming out in the summer. I don't know if it's July or August or whenever yet. We don't have a date yet.
Burger Boy got the new card.
People are going to burn out, I think. After watching an entire playthrough of Persona 3, and now you're going to want to watch Persona 5, you know what I mean? And I'm really excited for Persona 5 because it's finally, they're listening to what I've been saying, even though I doubt that's why they're doing it. They're releasing JRPGs in the summer months, the long months where there's no new releases besides that, and there's time to play them and not have to be caught up with a million other things.
Big ups.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
And I'm very excited for that. I'm happy for that. I want to see that happen. I'm very, very pumped. Because the bottom line is there were like 4 JRPGs that came out at the end of last year, and I just didn't play them, or if I did, like the one I played, Disgaea 5, when am I going to get back to it at this point? Never. You know what I mean? Like, when am I going to do that? There's too much going on.
Okay. So...
And that's the problem when you have a certain genre of game.
Pretty sure you shouldn't have had this be a Patreon, a possibility for Patreon's choice, but this is your own fault.
Release a flood of the same kind of game at once, especially during a busy season when there's a million other games out. They're all going to cut into each other's market. You know what I mean?
Cut into each other's market, yeah. Well, you shouldn't be worried about any market because people already paid for this, so...
But anyway, I'm just kind of talking about everything.
Okay.
And that's the deal. That's what's going on. Now, I actually have great news. I said on Twitter I would talk about this.
What is
I
it?
want to have a big announcement. A big positive announcement on pre-stream here today, ladies and gentlemen.
What's this?
In fact, hold on. It's a momentous occasion.
Oh, what could this be? I have no idea.
I won the lotto. No, I didn't win the lotto.
Hilarious. Okay.
No, that's not the announcement. The announcement is that, wow, this is quick. I didn't think I would be able to give you this positive information this quickly, but I can give it to you now.
What is it?
It's official. We hit the funding goal for Patreon, in February. For whatever reason, Patreon basically charged everyone in one day, which never.
All right, I don't care. So here's another thing I probably won't give you. Big ups, Jay Wuso says, do you think he has OCD when he comes to the calendar? It could be OCD. It could be a lot of things. Could be artistic style thing. It could be I have nothing else to talk about, so I want to have a calendar to talk about style thing. I don't know. Mr. Extravagant with an extremely important question. F, marry, kill, cat, panda, Jenna. All right, well, this is tough. I'm going to assume you mean current, all right? So I'm going to go not glory days. I'm going to go current as possible, okay? Very serious question. I will take this extremely seriously like I do all questions. Unfortunately, Jenna has to be killed. You know, I think we can all see why that is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Jenna has to be killed. Unfortunately, I wish her the best in her life, but in this situation, this hypothetical question, it has to happen. After that, now, this is tough. I think you do want to F Panda. Now, let me explain this. I'm taking this way too deep. Sorry, Sir Moist, but we are going deep with this. Panda is like let's say this. She is like a cat in heat. Pun intended. She is on fire, and she showed it many times. She would give you one hell of a night, but she's also kind of, let's say, spicy in a way. So you don't want to deal with that spiciness every day, but you get that you get that one night. And that'd be pretty hype, I think. So I'd say Panda for that. And of course, that would leave marrying Cat, like some of you probably guessed. That's my extremely serious take on that. Okay, back on track. Let's get to, now we're going to June. We're fast forwarding a few months, and let me tell you, this is I did not say something incorrectly here. This is June. All right, June. June for a January Patreon goal, and we're not even playing it yet. Let's go.
Eliminate all trolling, especially the.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to show you this because it's interesting. Look at this. Here is our associates link for when you shop on Amazon. Thanks. Here is our associates link right here. Here is our associates link. Here is our associates link. That must be the link they give you. Like, you just copy this, and then that's it. You know, copy this and put it in your content, and you'll earn a portion of what everyone buys. And that's what he got. You know what I'm saying? That's my guess. Here is our... Anyways. All right, let's get to it.
I mean, let's face it. The problem with multiplayer events, especially the open ones that I've...
All right, we're talking about a current Patreon goal. Remember, we're 5 or 6 Patreon goals deep now. We still have not given the January patrons what they deserve.
Done in the past is trolling. And this should eliminate all trolling. It should allow us to just play normally, which should be good. Okay? Now, speaking of Patreon, everyone, I just want to make it abundantly clear, as you can see here, you know, my Patreon link, but let me go ahead and do this again. There's only 4 days left in the month of June. All right? 4 days. That's it. 4 days. Which means there's only 4 days left to pledge to my Patreon for this month. As of right now, we are actually pretty far behind on the monthly goal. To the point where I'll be honest with everyone, I'm a little nervous. Normally, you know, around now, we're at least hovering near the goal. We're over $100 away from the monthly goal. So, I don't know if it's just that because there's no new games and nothing going on that people haven't been paying attention. Because the bottom line is, if you haven't noticed, stream attendance has been down for the past week and a half because there haven't really been much new games. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Even when there were, Mighty Number 9 and Umbrella Corps, you know, people show up for a stream and they're like, okay, this game kind of sucks. And then they don't come back. So that element of having the newcomers come in and watch hasn't been here for the past week.
If only there's a different way you could keep viewership. Maybe try be entertaining. Something like that.
Half, all right? So, really, I haven't had any really new pledgees in a bit.
Oh, big ups King Be Cool for the membership.
Here we are, only 4 days left in the month. I'm not sure if we're going to hit the goal this month.
Uh-oh.
Which sucks because, I mean, this is a pretty original goal. If you pledge $5 or more by the end of this month, you get to nominate, well, not nominate, but vote on one of these 3 marathons. You got the Sonic 1 through 3 Classic Marathon.
Okay, so it's now we're finally reaching the point where I don't think it's Patreons waking up and seeing the error of their ways. I think it's just people are bored. There's no... I think people have reached boredom levels of this Patreon thing. The hype is worn out. Now we're more than a year into Patreon. He's hit the goal every single time. You don't get what the goals are promised. So I guess maybe finally some people are waking up. Maybe. I don't know. But Big Boss Iwamoto says you kill Jenna and not the Lovecraftian flesh demon. No. Listen, I've explained myself. Not going to explain it again. Jenna has to go.
You got Sonic Adventure or Sonic 2006. Seems a lot of people.
Jenna might wake up in the middle of the night and be in a bad mood, and then you're just, you know, your throat slit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm worried about.
You got Sonic Adventure or Sonic 2006. Seems a lot of people are like, they really want to see me play Sonic 2006. Well, if we're going to do that, we have to hit the goal, okay? And right now we are, last time I checked, which was last night, we were over $120 away from this monthly goal for the month of June. So I'm just throwing that out there and making it clear. I'm going to start tweeting about this too.
Uh-oh.
That we have not hit the goal.
I'm going to start bank tweeting too.
Over $100, I'd say that's pretty far from the goal. Now, undoubtedly, what's going to happen is a couple things. Last minute, some people will realize that it's the end of the month and they want the goal to happen and they'll pledge. But also last minute, some people will realize it's the end of the month and they may have had a larger pledge for last month, and then they reduce their pledge.
Yes.
So you may actually see, you know, a spike and then a dip, and this is what happens at the end of every month, is that the Patreon funding level goes up and down and up and down and up and down at the end of the month like crazy. So unfortunately, I think that's going to happen. All right, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Okay.
We'll see. You know, I'm going to keep plugging it, and I'll keep talking about it.
Oh, he will keep plugging it. Let me tell you, my friends. This is June 2026. Here is June 29th. Sadly, in July, I think I'm enabling the Patreon feature that you get charged when you pledge. Still so many kids false pledging. Sigh. Sigh.
And hopefully some people will be interested in, you know, pledging and trying to make this goal happen. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It'll be the first time ever since I did Patreon in February 2015 is when I started.
Yep. So I put this in here because of that. This is the first time he will not hit the Patreon goal.
I've been able to hit the funding goal. And by the way, the funding goal hasn't changed. It's not like I'm like increasing it every month and having unrealistic expectations. I'm just trying to make the same amount every month.
Yep, $1,250, please.
So I can pay my bills, you know what I mean?
This is how much I need to pay my bills, which is an arbitrary number you chose last year. But yes, I need that to pay my bills. Thank you.
So please consider pledging if you haven't.
Right.
Just throwing that out there.
How did you survive the year before this, Patreon? I wonder.
Only 4 days left to pledge, and you know, there will be some new releases this week, so maybe that'll see a little bit of increased attention, but for the most part, only a little bit more time. So
okay. Are we done yet?
All right.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Perks.
Oh, shit. That was out of order. We're still in March. My bad.
And number 2, I'll be putting up
Pretend you didn't hear that.
Poll so people can begin to vote.
You didn't hear that yet.
On Patreon. Perks this Sunday night, tomorrow night.
God damn it.
Where number 1, I'll be working on getting everyone from February their perks.
Perks.
And number 2, I'll be putting up that poll.
This is March.
So people can begin to vote on that. In regards of the other poll.
Uh-oh.
The poll that's already going on right now, the Patron's Choice playthrough.
Yeah, what about that?
What
about that?
It's pretty much at this point, to be completely honest, unless a bunch of patrons who just haven't voted for whatever reason and are going to come out of the woodwork here. It looks like the Patrons' Choice playthrough is going to be Persona 3.
Yes! We
And
got there,
I will start playing
boys!
that near the end of the month.
Persona 3 coming at ya! You love this! You want this! Persona 3, we're going all the way, baby! Yes!
8 hours of gameplay, if not more. Probably what I'll end up doing is a few, major sessions of it at the end of this month. And more than likely putting it on hold in April, because April is insane for the amount of releases that are coming out that month. Like, crazy amount of games. High-profile games that we've been waiting for years. Quantum Break and Dark Souls 3 and Star Fox. I mean, crazy good stuff.
Okay, so how about Persona 3? Is that included in that?
So what
or?
I might do is play it some in March, put it on hold for April, and maybe bring it back in May. That is if I like it. I'll be honest here. I've heard a lot of things about Persona 3 that made me a little bit worried.
What are you worried about?
For example, I've heard that it's certainly not as refined of a game as Persona 4 was. That it's quite a huge grind. A huge grind.
How much can we complain about this game? Big up, Scopes. I feel he hates giving the people what they want. Yep.
Like, way more than Persona 4 was.
Ooh, spicy Latina pull, too.
As much as I understand that people love the series, I don't
Yes,
know
and they gave you a lot of money for it, and also voted for it.
if that's going to translate into a great playthrough.
That's
I don't
irrelevant.
know. I mean,
Irrelevant.
Some people in the stream chat right now are saying they think that Persona 4 is better, or Persona 3 is better than 4.
Hell yeah.
I mean, maybe it'll be quite the opposite. I'll start playing it and I'll love it. I'll be like, man, I gotta play this. I don't know. We'll see. I certainly don't want to make judgments based off of just what things that people have told me. I want to judge for myself.
Okay, right. You always do that. Why start now? Nice snort.
So I guess we'll find out. Sooner rather than later.
Will we?
Sooner rather than later, we will find out.
Will we?
Because I'll be playing it at the end of this month, okay?
End of this March now, promised. Okay, hype. Anything else?
But yeah, that'll be starting soon.
Can we move on, or?
So, if you're interested, if you like what I do on a daily basis, you're interested in getting some cool perks for yourself, as well as contributing to a monthly gold reward.
Just in case everyone missed the stream last week, the perks include getting your name on the, is it the weekend review or whatever, and also, that's it. And you vote in polls. That's the cool perks.
Please check it out at patreon.com/darksidephil.
You get to vote in polls that you might not even get to see until many, many months after you do that. So, pretty cool. That's some hype perks.
Last but not least, my girlfriend Leanna owns her own business.
All right, we don't need to hear it again. All right, this is June 20th. Make sure I'm not fucking up again. Yeah, March 7th here. Here you go.
I'm definitely interested in seeing what people vote on it and
Oh, come on.
a marathon-like format one day. Patrons are also still voting on the Patrons' Choice playthrough right now. Persona 3 is in a big lead.
Yep.
But right behind it is Phoenix Wright, whatever the next Phoenix Wright game is that I didn't play.
Still trying to get it to lose. Phoenix Wright is right behind it, guys.
There's a couple other games in there in the running too, so the patrons still have a chance to vote on that.
Okay.
So all this is possible because of Patreon.
Okay, good.
If you like my daily live streams, you
All right, not hearing this plug. Let's go to March 19th, 2 weeks later.
now.
Like, how long is this poll going? It was a January Patron's Choice. It's January. Now we're
to
in
Zelda
March.
for a session because I am in tomorrow. Monday I'll probably take a break from it in order to go back to Zelda for a session because I am actually, if you can believe it, nearing the end of Zelda.
Oh, cool.
From what I'm to understand, there's only 2 dungeons left, and I think I'm in the next to last dungeon right now. So I may actually finish up Zelda within the next week if I play it a few more sessions. So I'm probably going to do that on Monday. Tuesday, of course, is the Fallout DLC.
Okay.
So what I may do is, like, maybe Wednesday I'll return
Oh,
to
we
this
got another
again.
one,
I'll do another
Fallgout.
stream of it. And then possibly Thursday, Friday, I'm probably going to be starting up the Patron's Choice playthrough for the month, which is Persona 3 has won the poll. It's official.
Yeah!
I closed the poll. Persona 3 will be the Patron's Choice playthrough, which I'm going to start later this week. I'll probably do a couple streams of it this week.
All right.
And then maybe a couple streams of it next week, so at least maybe 4 streams by the end of the month.
Oh!
And streams of it next week, so at least maybe 4 streams by the end of the month.
Lift off. Clean talk off. Clean take off, Renton.
And That'll advance me at least a sufficient amount in the game to determine if I want to do it as a full-time playthrough come May, because there's no way I'm going to be able to do Persona 3 during the month of April. It's going to be an insane month.
Okay,
April,
don't care.
The amount of
All right, so we're finally starting it. It won the poll. That's all we need for the storyline here. Okay, look at this. Okay, this is good. Dark Souls 3, what? But I'm not going back on my word. Look at the title of this one. What could that mean, my friends? Dark Souls 3, what? But I'm not going back on my word. Dark Souls 3, what? But I'm not going back on my word. Cool.
That's the deal.
Good song lyrics.
All right. Tomorrow, I may play more of this, and I'm thinking I may do 2 sessions, so that way I'll be in maybe, 6 hours of gameplay or whatever into Dark Souls 3.
Thank you all very much for the engagement today.
And that's
I appreciate it.
This month that I was playing Persona 3.
Yeah.
And sorry, but
Whoa,
getting
whoa, whoa, whoa,
cheap
whoa.
views,
Huh? What happened?
and that's the deal. All right?
That wasn't a very good one. It kind of sucked. I'm
So-
not gonna lie.
That's the deal. All right? Tomorrow, I may play more of this, and
Okay.
I'm thinking I may do 2 sessions, so that way I'll be in maybe, 6 hours of gameplay or whatever into Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
And that's it. Then I'm going to take a break. Because guess what? I had already promised my patrons this month that I was playing
This is what you choose to be like a moral person about? The dumbest thing ever?
Persona 3. And sorry, but getting cheap views on an advanced playthrough is not more important to me
Oh my
than living up to
God.
the expectations of my patrons.
It's already 2 months late. This is the thing you choose to be, a correct a moral human being about?
And I promised my patrons that there was a Persona 3 playthrough coming this week. Okay? And
You already
that's
waited
the
2
deal.
months.
I'm
I don't
gonna
think
live up to that promise. I'm not going to go back and
horrible
all
business decision. Incredible. Like now we choose to listen to it? Now we choose not to be Mr. Views. Like this is the time when I believe your fans might be okay with it.
of a sudden change everything. I'm going to stick, I'm going to stand up to what I said. Okay? So here's the deal. Today
Okay.
I'm playing Dark Souls 3. I'm going to play for a few hours. I'm going to upload those videos. We'll have a little advanced screening of the game.
Oh, I thought you didn't
okay?
do that though.
Tonight I'm going to do more poking offline. But tonight I'm actually going to upload the conclusion of my Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD
Big up Twilight Princess.
playthrough. Okay? Tomorrow I'll probably play more Dark Souls and I'll upload some poking videos.
Poking.
This coming Friday. This Friday, ladies and
Uh-oh.
gentlemen.
Yeah, that's cool.
Persona 3 premieres.
Oh, cool.
And I'm living up to the promises. It will be a full stream, around 3 to 4 hours of gameplay.
3 to 4 hours.
Oh, by the way, I'm also doing Persona 3 on Saturday.
Hey.
Excuse me. So, yeah, even though some things have shifted this week, even though I'm not doing main gameplay streams of Pokken Tournament like I had originally planned, I'm still going to be playing Persona 3 on purpose because I want to live up to the promises to the people who, deserve the goal, the actual goal reward from Patreon. Okay?
Okay, I guess it's cool. I mean,
Now, here's the thing.
uh-oh.
Here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to basically play it by ear.
Okay.
I'm going to play Dark Souls 3 for a couple sessions. Okay. Now, some people already had advanced copies of this game. If you don't know, From Software decided to pick who they felt were the chosen few great Dark Souls streamers. Again, very elitist.
Yes.
A very unfair business practice as well for people who
They
do
gave it to awesome streamers that are much bigger than you. Yes, those streamers.
gameplay
Yes.
as a business.
Uh-huh.
But whatever, From Software will do whatever they want.
Yes, they will.
And they chose the elite, and they sent them copies of this game and
The
said,
Elite. The Elite Four. The Elite Four consists of Sir Moist. Who else is in the Elite Four? I know it's more than 4, but it's funny to think of the Elite Four.
you can stream and upload the first third of the game.
Awesome.
Which I guess is up to, say, the 4th area or so. People have been
The Elite Four consist of Sir Moist, Markiplier, Keemstar.
telling me there's a boss in the game called Lorien, and apparently once you beat that boss, that's about
Maximilian
1/3 through
dude.
the game, and that's where From Software kind of said, stop, don't go any further.
This is a waste of time. It's not on topic. But it's just kind of funny to hear him salty about that. But anyways, to move on. because I don't want to be here all day, which we already will. Here we go. Persona 3 Endgame.
Okay.
Patreon goal rollover.
And welcome to the gameplay stream for the day from Darkside Phil. Today will be more Persona 3, and I know, groan. You can hear some people, oh, more Persona, blah, so boring, blah. I don't know why they sound like an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression.
Okay.
But,
very funny.
But yeah, the game has been going on for quite some time. I've been playing it since March as a patron's choice playthrough. I have to finish it up. At this point, it's gone.
I have to finish it up.
On long enough. I can't continue to have this going as an ongoing playthrough, which is why I'm playing it so much this particular week.
Oh.
2 days ago, I played it for 3.5 hours. Today, I'll be playing it for 3.5 hours. Monday, it will also be my main gameplay stream.
Okay.
And then we'll see if I've beaten it. If I've beaten it on Monday, great.
Okay,
if not,
cool.
then probably Wednesday will also be my gameplay stream. And I'm
cool.
hoping to complete the game by the end of that stream, okay? The goal here is to wrap it up and not have a lingering playthrough.
Okay.
Simply because there is a lot of new stuff coming. If you're not aware,
Uh-oh.
August is going to be a crazy fun month.
All right, so we're going to finish it. It's a crazy fun month coming up. I don't give a shit. Here we go. Next up, August 1st, 2016. New month, new content incoming.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the pre-stream. Today is Monday, August 1st, 2016. It is 100% official. We are out of the slow-ass month of July. What a slow month it was. Whew. It was a rough one. I mean, I looked back to last year, to last July. And even last July, we had like 1 or 2 things that were pretty interesting. I know there was the first story-based Batman Arkham Knight DLC. And I actually did a couple retro replays of things that were pretty interesting because they were games that I hadn't played before. This year, I mean, there was really nothing going on, man. There was just nothing going on. Videos. I purposely took a vacation during the month of July, knowing that otherwise, there was really nothing else going on. And because of that, I treaded water. I guess that's the best way you could describe it. I treaded water. I tried to do as much as I could to entertain you, although there's not much you can do when my business is 100% reliant on games.
That seems like a problem.
What games are out, what games there are to play, what's popular, are there AAA releases, is there
that
something...
seems like a real problem with the business, brother, but all right. I guess you can flex on that. Here we go. I'm fast-forwarding past this.
Pretty cool. You play a new game and immediately get to review it, give my thoughts on it. That'll be fun. And then Wednesday is going to be the conclusion of Persona 3. So Wednesday, I will be, doing the final boss. However long it takes. We'll see. Now, let's say that Wednesday I beat it really quick. What I may do, a lot of people have been saying, is Phil going to do the answer? I've heard the answer is 20 to 30 hours long because it's basically an insane grind. So the chances are, no, I'm not going to fully play the answer, but if we have time on Wednesday, maybe I'll play a little bit of it to get a taste of what it is.
Ah, cool.
Just to say I know that it exists, But the bottom line is Wednesday will be the formal conclusion of Persona 3. Okay?
Wednesday will be the formal conclusion of Persona 3. You heard it here first, everybody. All right, August 1st. I don't know why I did that. Here we go. Okay. So, we have to do it. We're not going to watch the whole thing raw, but we're going to say this is from CaseTech279, 7 years ago. Unfortunately, the original video is now lost. The one... but we can watch this one together and enjoy 6 minutes of magic. Here we go. This is the final boss. Remember, we're gonna get to the formal the formal ending of the game. Here we go. But reminder, this is on easy mode. Thank you.
God damn it, die! Ugh. Again with this. The best part is Ken has a group heal and he doesn't use it because he's a fucking buffoon.
Providing backup. That wasn't good.
There we go, boys.
Fucking die! Oh, here it comes! This is it! This is it!
Uh-oh.
Now I'm charmed!
Yes!
I'm charmed, which means he's gonna fucking... I'm gonna heal him. I'm gonna heal him.
Providing
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna heal him. I know it. And then I quit.
That wasn't good.
If I heal him, I quit. I'm not kidding. I quit the game. I'm done. I'll tell you right now, if I heal him, I quit.
Uh-oh, what?
Hey,
Huh?
can you hear me?
What was your name? What was his name, by the way?
Quit.
Oh, shit, has been charmed. Okay.
Hey, can you hear me?
He's doing it again!
Yes!
He's doing it again! Oh my god, fuck this. This is insanity. I'm done. This is over. I'm done. I'm not redoing it. I'm done. She's gonna heal him. I'm done. I'm done. It's over. It's over.
Uh-oh.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
It's over. That's it for Persona 3, ladies and gentlemen. That's the worst final boss fight I've ever done in an RPG. That's not an
Yes.
exaggeration. That is the worst final boss fight I've ever done. And I'm not redoing it. So I don't care about the end of the game. I spent, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, over 4 months. And I'm not doing it again.
That's not how that works. You didn't spend 4 months. Was this your only game you played for 4 months, sir? You played it like twice a week for 4 months. And not even that, because there's sometimes you didn't play it even for entire months. So that's not exactly how that works, but all right.
That's a complete waste of time. That was 90 minutes of one boss fight.
Yes.
The worst designed boss fight I've ever done in a fucking RPG. I'm done. The playthrough is over. I'm not playing this game again. That is it. I'm not wasting more time. I'm done. That is it. Complete garbage. That is complete hack game design.
Hack.
There is no reason to have a fucking boss that can multiply charm your party and your party immediately will re-heal the boss. Fuck that. Fuck that bullshit. I'm glad that they didn't do that. You saw in Persona 4, that shit wasn't in it. Right?
Oh, right.
They said, oh no. No, no, no. Enough of that shit. It's done. It's over. I'm done with this fucking game. Goodbye.
Anything else? All right, so here we go. So this is big ups to Robert Williams real quick. He says, are we sure his degree wasn't in filibustering? If you could get a degree in that, he would. But all right, here we go. So let me make sure I'm not gonna mess anything up here. Okay, here we go. 20 likes, 288 dislikes. So 166 parts, 4 months, $1,250, and he quits. Wow, I'm not even a patron, but I'm still offended as a viewer. All from his fans here. That's a fan. Okay, that's a little bit more toxic, but all right, we'll let it go. So who's ready for another This Is How You Don't Play video? I mean, come on now. Fury and now Persona? Phil, really, man? I really used to watch you all the time when I was younger. Now look at you. It's really sad to watch this, man. That one hits, man. That one hits. Oh, now, okay, there is a Nyx card, by the way. That's the card you're looking to pull right now. That's the ultimate pull right now is Nyx. This is just fucking sad. Wait, did he play this on easy mode? Couldn't even beat it on easy. What a bitch. This is the 4th rage quit in the past 2 months, right? There was Lego Star Wars, Ghostbusters, which was understandable. Fury was skill quit, and now Persona 3, another skill quit. I wonder what game he'll rage quit next. This has to be like the 8th rage game he rage quit. Waste of time, waste of money for a patron's playthrough. $1,250. Beautiful video right here. What the absolute fuck? Patron play for this playthrough to happen and be finished. This dude just quits on the final boss on easy mode. What has DSP become? Embarrassing. What I don't... Oh, wait, sorry, I muted it instead. I want to read that again. What I don't get is why, when any sign of real challenge comes along, Phil decides this game sucks or this boss sucks. It's like he never stopped being 9 years old, nor realized games are supposed to provide a challenge to the player, especially the final boss. When someone constantly complains this game sucks because every tiny little thing is too hard for them, that sends up serious man-child flags. You plugged your Patreon and shoved it down your subscribers' throats for months to pledge for this Patron's Choice playthrough. I played you only some of those clips, by the way, today. And then you don't even beat the game and rage quit from it, filled with hate. If anything, this solidifies that you're not worthy of anybody's money or pledges, because all you do is with half of these games is hate them, complain, and bitch through the playthrough. Meanwhile, people who paid you money are trying to watch your playthrough, hoping you like the game that they pledged for. Yes, that is correct, A-Toonie. I mean, that's true right there. Dark Shadow Rage says, how does he have a fan base? That's the million-dollar question. It's quite a shock, considering he insults everyone and then begs for cash later on. If this shit doesn't wake people up, nothing will. Oh, there's much worse stuff that happens, and that still won't wake them up. So, yes. These comments are so gold. Not worth it? I won't read all. I mean, I guess I am going to read all these because they're interesting. Not worth it? No, that's not true. That is not true. I'm just joking. Your patrons who paid money for you to play this game aren't worth it? That is pretty much what you're saying. Your own actual supporters who wanted to see you play through this for months are not worth you putting in another hour and a half, even if it's off stream, to finish this game? What a horrid, despicable person you are. And this is coming from someone who defended you through everything and all the poisonous hate you get just because you dislike a game that others like. You're entitled to your own opinion, even if it is against the majority opinion, and shouldn't be shamed for it. Your opinions, your rages are fine. But this right here, with the actual real fans of you who paid your way and just wanted this game in return, is completely unacceptable. Just pull Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, where you hated the tailed fight beast, rage quit, and then a few days later came back with a level head and breezed through it. Please, Phil, you still have a chance to redeem yourself for this. Don't alienate the actual fans of yours who support you financially by doing this. You can hate the game all you want, but you have to finish it. These are all from a YouTube video. Apparently he let all these in. He let all these through. Well, maybe I don't think you had a choice at this point. You have comments on or comments off, and I think that's it. You were a little bitch, DSP. You're the worst YouTuber ever because Nyx avatar is one of the best final bosses ever. Hear that, people? That's your money going down the drain. I haven't watched the video, but I knew the fact that he used the same party members the whole game would hurt him, especially since 2 of them are ass against bosses. Way to fuck over your patrons. He played on easy. DSP Gaming is the worst channel for gaming in the history of YouTube. Pathetic. This guy has a banner on his game channel that says full playthroughs. You should change it to Rage Quitter. Also, you are such shit at video games. It's coming, Exalted Donut. You aren't going to try and finish it? It's not that hard of a fight if you know Nyx's arcanas and know what to do. Have party members remain stationary. Shout out stationary. Nyx World Order! Hell yeah! I love that someone made an account just to say that. Nyx World Order. Forever. 8/1/2016. Never forget. Let me pull. Okay, I'm going to pull. There's about 1 in 360 chance that we get Nyx right here. Come on, Nyx. Come on! Make some magic right now, Nyx. Come on, Nyx. Oh, Howard. Howard! We're not friends, Howard. Get out of here, Howard. There it is, boys. Atlas USA, the charm salt is real.
Thank you, you
Fucking worthless humans for the views. All right. Well, don't worry. We got a lot to cover here. There is comments here too, but I think they're from the same ones. Yeah, the same ones. So, I mean, people obviously... DSP Gaming, you are now officially the worst YouTuber I've ever had the displeasure of watching. Quitting Nyx Avatar on fucking easy. Good job, Nyx Avatar. You are a hero. Oh, there's Mio Iruma. There you go. How embarrassing. Were you masturbating before making this video? The power of the patrons. Yes. The power of the patrons. Hell yeah. Awesome comment. So 160, we got that again. DSP quits because he can't cheese his way through the boss. Correct. No, not to read that. Haven't watched the video, but okay. We got the main point of this anyways. Rage, Phil quit Persona 3. All right, so now we're going to go through the aftermath, my friends. Now it's aftermath time. And we are on full PR overload. So this is Revan Kusanagi, okay? So this was a true patron. Someone that was on their forums, everything. This person says, even I, who has supported you for so long, the DSP, cannot overlook this. As someone that loves gaming, this annoys me to no end. Now, how does Philip respond to this real, confirmed fan? Stop being so dramatic. Thanks. And then Rev kicks back, claps back. It's not being dramatic. It's speaking my mind and being a fair critique. Making the tweet publicly like this is being dramatic. In reality, it means nothing as the ending plays after the fight. The problem is quitting a game that initially started as a Patreon choice playthrough, then going the extra mile on it. Patrons paid for 12 hours. I don't know where he got the 12 hours thing, but I couldn't find that picture of the Patreon where he promised 12 hours. But anyways, keep going. Got 60 plus hours of gameplay. They can watch the final hit and ending elsewhere. Not a bad deal, in my opinion. Yeah, that's true, by the way. They are... That's the real sad thing, is they are still a fan. Anyways, the problem is quitting a game that initially started as a Patreon choice playthrough, then going the extra mile on it, blah, blah, blah. But they came to see your playthrough with the ending, not someone else's. It loses its impact and meaning. Yeah, and it's too bad they effed up the final boss so badly. Persona 4 improved upon it, and I expect 5 will too. Have to agree here. You owe it to the patrons to finish the game. I owed them 12 hours of gameplay and gave them 60. Wake up. Thanks. There's Howard Hambo Roward. Shout outs to that account. I do like Howard Hambo Roward. Okay. We don't worry. We have much more here. The next day after this.
One thing I'd like to announce.
Oh, please.
Okay. Is that, I'm always constantly thinking forward, and it is now the month of August. And it's obvious that doing patron's choice kind of stuff isn't working right now.
Oh, why not, huh? Why isn't it working?
I tried to do a patron's choice goal on Patreon for the month of July, and we did not hit the funding goal.
Oh.
So it seems to me that's not what people want.
Yeah, I wonder why that's not what people want, because you don't finish the games you promise.
They would rather maybe vote for things that are more definitive, things that they know they have a chance of definitively seeing in a playthrough, rather than just a anomalous kind of a chance of a playthrough happening when you don't even know because people didn't start nominating anything yet. You know what I mean? Wouldn't you rather pledge and vote on something that you know it's one of 3 games versus, well, I pledge, but then I'm going to nominate, and who knows if there's even a chance of what I'm nominating will be played.
Huh?
So,
okay, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Yes. Here's the next goal.
What I'm going to do for the goal on my Patreon for the month of August is going to be a choice between 3 games that will be a
Now he chooses the games.
Playthrough, and this playthrough will start in early to mid-September, all right? I am eliminating JRPGs from the equation because JRPGs at this point are not going to work for Patron's Choice playthroughs because they're too fucking long. It's that simple. A 60-plus hour game is not going to work for a Patron event. It's just not. Because then I cannot deliver quickly enough on what people want, and it's not fair to the patrons. It's not fair to me to have a game that's dragged out for months.
How's it not fair to you, sir?
I learned my lesson this year with Persona 3. I learned my lesson. So, August's goal is going to be between 3, even a chance of what I'm nominating will be played. And so, ladies and gents, what I'm going to do for the goal on my Patreon for the month of August is choice playthroughs because they're too going to dragged out for months.
Yes,
August's goal.
Okay.
All right. For Patreon.
Can't even.
I'm going to do a playthrough.
Keep your mind on what you're doing.
Game.
What's the game?
And unlike previously, I am promising a full playthrough. All right. I'm
unlike previously.
Actually promising it now. So that way, there's no misconceptions of people expecting a full playthrough, and then they don't get it.
No more misconceptions.
All right? However, it's going to be a playthrough that's balanced with other stuff in September. If you actually take a look at September, it's a relatively slow month for a major release month. All right. There's games like XCOM 2 being released for consoles, even though it's been out all year.
So you got the point. We got a new goal now. Okay, so now we go to the forums and make sure you can read these. I'll just bring it here, actually. Boom. All right, so I know it's hard to read anyway, but I'll still read it here. Okay, this is about Atlas. Okay, so Atlas, again, like you saw, left that comment, said the charm salt is real. All right, so Philip, of course, he's not a big fan of Atlas USA anymore, and he says the following on his forums. This isn't the first time this kind of stuff happened. The USA branch of Atlas is a laughingstock. They literally do nothing to promote their games. They make an English-speaking audience. Wouldn't be surprised if the guy who commented on the video is some idiot fan of my detractors who would be fired if I contacted his boss. He would be fired, sir. Excuse me. I would like to talk to Sir Atlas, please. Let me talk to Sir Atlas. Yes. Top of the line, the CEO, please. I'd like to speak with you about a comment left on one of my videos. Lucky for him, imagine, lucky for him, I actually have productive work to do. But a certain no-lifer, you-know-who, got a nice erection when he saw the comment on his blatantly stolen video. Excuse me. That, Atlas USA left the comment on Fred Fuck's video. He's speaking of Fred Fuck's there. Because Fred Fucks was the first one to upload that video. All right? So that is where the Atlas USA comment came from. So yes, he's talking about Fred Fucks there, leader of the SOK at the time. So I do want to read this one more time. Wouldn't be surprised if the guy who commented on the video is some idiot fan of my detractors who would be fired if I contacted his boss. Lucky for him, I actually have productive work to do. Yes, productive work. Bottom line, that still counts, by the way. Bottom line. Project 7, nice. Bottom line for me, this was a learning experience. I've worked as a Patron's Choice Persona 4 worked as a Patron's Choice playthrough because I had a significant amount of downtime. It did not for Persona 3, and I dreaded this very thing happening. I even alluded that people should not vote for a long-form JRPG, but patrons voted in Persona 3 anyway. The playthrough was too dragged out to be very enjoyable, and I sensed around late May a feeling of dissatisfaction with the game selection, despite my not having ever selected it. The last several sessions of the game, it lost its charm. How about the charm salt? The plot was far too drawn out. The days to do S-links to get fun story were well too scarce, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, right now, I don't even want to watch the end of Persona 3. I'm that sour about how the game is so inferior to 4. I'll probably watch it before Persona 5's release. To those who are sad, to you out there who are sad, to you, peasant, who gave me $1,250. I'm sorry you didn't get to see me land the final hit and watch the ending, but that was the risk that was taken when this game was voted in as Patreon's choice. Quite honestly, there were a few times I wanted to quit, but I stuck in there for the Patreons. Nobody has any realistic reason to be angry as I delivered more than 5 times what was promised in the goal level. I will no longer be accepting long-form RPGs as Patreon's choice selections, as it's quite apparent they don't work. There we go. So, that is how we fought through that whole controversy, let's say. But don't worry, there is more. This is Dragon Killer, legendary tweeter that used to do it before Poem's Future, where there was Dragon Killer. And he says this. I like how he says he could get Atlas Guy fired if he contacted his boss, but claims he's too busy with work. Big ups Isaac, who says the pig arcana is the means by which all is revealed. Definitely. Next up, we also have, not that. We're not done talking about it, though, as you might guess. The Persona debacle continues. This is just, I think it's just random bitching, because we're well past that. Let me see real quick.
That was an epic rage quit from like 7 years.
Oh, I just wanted to show this because it was funny. Okay.
Sent me those designs, and I said, back at it.
This is not in the timeline, but it's just funny because it's about Persona and kind of like, remember what he said? Remember how he said on Twitter this very thing, and I'll show it to you. Hold on, let's just listen first and I'll find it.
But I did add a new shirt last night.
No, big shirt,
Apparently
yes.
it created some controversy or confusion amongst people who don't pay attention. Because here's the bottom line, folks. The shirt that I added last night is Rage Quit. Okay, it's a shirt that has 2 salt shakers and a spicy pepper and the phrase Rage Quit. Okay?
Yeah.
And over the years, there are many games that I have rage quit.
You heard it. You heard it. There are many games that I have rage quit. There are many games that I have rage quit. Okay. There are many games that I have rage quit. Okay. So I have one tweet I want to show you right here. I don't know why it's not ready. I did have it ready. Trust me, but it's not here now. But there are many games that I have rage quit. Cool. So, I want to show you this tweet from April 19th, 2022. I want to read this for you. There are actually a good amount of people out there who believe that I, a person who has likely beaten more games than 99% of people on this planet in the last 14 years I've been a YouTuber, regularly rage quit games and leave them unfinished. Let that sink in. Tons of stupid. Sadly, they're just dumbasses who don't know what a rage quit is. Simply not playing a game again, like Outer Wilds or Divinity, doesn't qualify. Quitting on an incredibly difficult, optional post-game challenge after you've already beaten the game, Kirby, also doesn't. But I suppose if you're dumb enough to think that the above are rage quits, you probably think everything is. Absolutely everything can be twisted and corrupted to fit your ridiculous childlike narrative. And their simpletons cling to each other online in the thousands. Yikes. Okay. Well, let's continue this thought then, huh? Because this is from 2017, 5 years prior to that tweet coming out. Now we can listen again with different ears.
Okay. And, over the years, there are many games that I have rage quit. Games like Tony Hawk, games like...
thanks for listing them.
Skate. Oh my god, remember Skate 2?
Okay,
that was
cool.
An epic rage quit from like 7 years ago that people still remember, right?
Okay.
From like 7 years ago that people still remember, right?
Take off. We are clear for gout.
What else? I'm trying to think. There's been so many. I mean, let's face it. There's been a lot of rage quits over the years. Oh God, what was it?
There's been lots of rage quits over the years.
Something of the Fallen, that shitty fucking Dark Souls ripoff. Remember that one? How bad that was? Mm-hmm. That thing was garbage. Mm-hmm. But there's been many games that I've, quit over the years because the game sucked. All right? The games were just terrible. Oh yeah, Persona 3, obviously.
Yeah.
That fucking final boss is a fucking cheesy-ass, poorly made piece of shit that's only there to fucking annoy the fuck out of you.
Okay, so
Not,
it's a rage
not even
quit.
challenging. It's just fucking RNG stupid. And
Okay.
that pisses me off. That really, still today that pisses me off thinking about that.
Still today pisses me
How
off.
stupid that fucking boss was, okay?
That's a year later, by the way.
So yeah, so there's a shirt that kind of caters to that, to the fact that I've rage quit games over the years, and I put out this shirt, and I already got messages from a couple people, one person in the stream chat, and a couple people on social media. They're like, but Phil, you said you've never rage quit
Yes,
before.
you have said
Why
that.
would you make this shirt?
Yes.
To which I have to facepalm, because that just shows that those people are ignorant.
Okay. Can you
Not
explain?
stupid. I won't say they're stupid because
explain
I
further,
think
please.
basically it's just that they're not in the know on everything, okay? Sadly, as you know, I got a group of people who follow me around and make shit up about me regularly, okay? All the time. They just make shit up. And one of the things that they've made up is that I've said that I've never rage quit before.
You have said that before, actually. Do I need to bring up that clip? We watched that on the Alpha Omega Sin episode on this very channel. If you want to watch that here, but I think I can pull that up quick enough.
Wrong. I've never said that at all.
Okay, I've never said that. So let's just check on that, huh? Let's check on that. Alpha Omega Sin. And responding to Alpha Omega Sin here. I believe that is it. Name dropping rage quits. Okay, right here.
Hello, everyone. Phil.
This is, remember, so if you haven't seen the episode Alpha Omega Sin, it's on the channel. We did that. Alpha Omega Sin said this, okay? I'm not going to do the whole episode again, but this is a 40-second video, okay? This is what Alpha Omega Sin did.
Let's see. Oh. Rage quitters. When somebody is going to sit there and get butthurt over losing in a match and shit, and they're just going to, miles and miles of excuses as to why they're losing, and it can be 1,000,001 different things. It's never a lack of, I don't know, skill. Oh, they don't want to say some shit like that. And then they become fucking Dark Side Phil, and they just like, oh, I'm gonna fucking cry, or maybe fucking rage quit and get out of there. There's no penalty for that shit. As a matter of fact, and them rage quitting can actually gonna help them. And I think that's some fucking bullshit. How the fuck are you gonna overlook something like that? That's not a very easy oversight to ignore. Yet you.
Okay, so there. That's all Alpha Omega Sin said. You heard the maybe 20 seconds? So Phil being very, very rational, of course, right? Extremely rational. Drops this 30-minute video, which we're, of course, not going to watch, but...
Hello, everyone. Phil
he has a new audience he has to talk to. Hello, everyone.
here, and I have a pretty important subject to talk about. In fact, in the future moving forward, when I find that there is someone with huge influence on the internet, i.e. a big YouTuber or e-celebrity or whoever it might be,
E-celebrity.
and they're going to be publicly saying something about me that I know to be factually untrue but could be detrimental to myself or my business, if it's harmful to me and my livelihood, I'm going to make a video like this to call it out. Now, in particular, what I'm going to be talking about in this video is a specific occurrence that happened earlier this week that really left me...
We can't watch 30 minutes. We already did a stream all about this, but I want to find where he did say I never did. I really think he said I never did. Is this the video he said I never rage quit? Fuck. The demon's behind the camera right now. I don't have one for that. Somehow he doesn't. Does he say rage quit in? Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go.
Fighter, Street Fighter 5, online gameplay, and rage quitting out of a match. I have never done it during a match that was serious. And what I mean by that is, what is wrong with this statement? Very simple. I have never rage quit, period.
He says in Street Fighter. I was going to pause it there to be a dig, but he does say in Street Fighter.
What's wrong with this statement? Very simple. I have never rage quit, period, in Street Fighter. Situation this week, I kind of came out on Twitter. I said, I've never rage quit. I don't know why people are saying that I
Sir? Sir?
Situation this week, I kind of came out on Twitter. I said, I've never rage quit. I don't know why people...
Okay, so he just said, I said on Twitter, I've never rage quit. So, here's the Twitter. Sweet. Big ups, Team Ardenas. All right. Oh, I don't think you want to fight. I don't think you want to fight Alpha Omega Sin. Alpha Omega Sin says, accept like a man, or creep back into internet, either ether of insignificance where you belong. There it is, right there. There it is. We got there, boys. I've never rage quit. But I've never rage quit. But I've never rage quit. You can see it there on your screen right there, February 19th, 2016. Back to the current timeline we were on. So let's hear it again here, Philip. What are you going to say again?
That I've said that I've never rage quit before.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they've made up is that I've
This is one of the things we made up.
said that I've never rage quit before.
Uh-huh.
Wrong. I've never said that at all.
Oh, hang on a minute. But I've never rage quit.
Completely false.
Completely
Okay?
false.
Not true at all.
Not true at all.
The truth of the matter is that I've said I've never rage quit in a fighting game. If you actually
I don't see anything about the fighting game part. I must have missed that one.
look at all the years that I've put out fighting game footage, all the different fighting games that I've played, okay? Yeah. You're gonna find I'm an alcoholic.
Boom! Big up, Scopes on Phil. 20-second mention equals 30-minute video. Yes, that is how Phil handles his PR, let's say. Danny DAK in the house as well. Says, quite apparent why he quit Final Fantasy Rebirth. Hates RPGs, definitely. Waffle Bunny in the house says the PS4 home music rants. Yeah, that's a special kind of backdrop music for sure. Big ups, everybody.
That I have never actually legitimately rage quit a fighting game. The only footage of me legitimately rage quitting a fighting game I did on April Fool's as an April Fool's joke because I had never actually rage quit in a fighting game before, and therefore I decided I'll do this as an April Fool's joke.
I don't want to bring up. Do you want to play the fucking game?
Okay. Or I decided I'll do this as an April Fool's joke. Okay. So it's hilarious because there are morons out there who will take one thing that I say and completely spin it into something that's not true.
Okay, can you please explain how we're spinning this one? I really don't know how I'm spinning, but I've never rage quit. I'm not really sure how I'm spinning that one.
So they take it and they say, oh, Phil said he never rage quit, but here's the evidence. Here's where he quit this game, and here's where he quit this game, and here's where he quit this.
I'm not showing those. I'm just showing where you said you did never rage quit.
Game. Even though that's not what I said. They'll literally create something that I never did say and say that that's what I said to make me look bad. So
interesting.
The truth is that I have rage quit lots of games, just not fighting games, because fighting games are something. The way I see it, if you're playing a fighting game, all right, and you're playing it online, regardless of the game's broken, regardless of the match is laggy, there's no reason to ever pull the plug. There isn't. Just let the game finish. You know, it's just a fucking game. Online play means literally nothing whatsoever. Online play is not an actual gauge of skill at all. Okay, at all.
So why do you let it get to you then?
It's just silliness. I mean, yeah, you can learn some basics of a fighting game by playing online.
Well, anyways, that's a side. It's a big field trip anyway. Okay. So to finish up our persona, we're fast forwarding a full year in advance. All right, just for a reason though.
Questions for Ask the King later this month.
Oh, Ask the King, we got to get there.
Oh, to get you your perks and everything divvied out for you. In particular, some people I'm sure are going to want to ask questions for Ask the King later this month. And people are going to want to start nominating and voting on games for this upcoming Patron's Choice playthrough. All right.
Patron's Choice playthrough.
So hopefully, what I'm hoping is by the end of this month, we'll have a bunch of great nominations.
Rip Black Current, by the way. As you can see, she's already gone at this point. Pt.2 Sin says, ALT, isn't your med time scheduled for now? No. Before bed. Come on.
Of games for the next Patron's Choice. Then, in probably early September, I'll probably create the poll on the
This
4th.
is what I consider the worst fan art in the history of fan art right there. This one right here. Literally this picture, I think, might be the worst. Like, the eyes are like Sonic eyes put over his own eyes. This one is will mess you up, man.
Forums where those patrons will be voting.
Why did I do this one?
The next patron's choice, where those patrons,
Yeah.
so that when downtime actually happens, I'll be able to play that game during downtime. Okay. Now keep in mind, games such as
Yeah, what?
JRPGs,
Yeah.
visual novels, etc., games that are incredibly freaking dialogue heavy, incredibly long and drawn out, are not going to be allowed into this patron's choice.
Okay.
We've had too many of them. I'm sorry, but Persona 3 and 4, Danganronpa 1 and 2, and Yakuza, I've had enough. That's is enough. And the viewers have had enough too. They've outspokenly said, we don't want this kind of game again for Patron's Choice. We want variety. We want something different.
But if they vote for it, that kind of says they actually do want that, doesn't
Okay.
it? Doesn't it? Oh. If they keep
Good.
voting for it, it's very
So,
interesting.
we'll see what happens.
Okay.
We shall see what happens, folks, in regards to this upcoming Patron's Choice.
All right. So, I do have to bring this up. I always do. In 2018, Philip did go through the emotional goodbye. So 2 years later, we did go back to Nyx.
Yeah, and it's on easy, right? Infinite Depreciative, the game is... God. Yeah, and it's on easy, right? Infinite Depreciative, the game is set to easy. This is easy difficulty. Look at that fucking bullshit. That's insanity right
Still
there.
salty.
Unreal, dude. Yeah, Overlord Raharu, that's the easy mode only item. Here we go again.
Easy mode only item.
It did it again! Dude, it did it again! I'm gonna die. I'm gonna lose. I'm just gonna do it. Almighty attack, he's gonna kill me.
Oh, yes, David. He was
Unless I
on
kill him
easy.
right here.
Providing backup.
I'm serious, he's gonna kill me. I'm dead! I'm dead! I'm dead! It's over. He's gonna attack. He's gonna attack and kill himself. And there's nothing I can do about it. I'm done. I gotta do the whole fight over. It's over.
It happened again.
Please.
I have another one.
Lucky.
I have another plume of dust.
Lucky.
I have another one.
Not lucky.
Holy fuck.
Isn't that the easy?
How is this fair? How is this boss fair?
Isn't that the easy
I don't
only
understand what
item
they're
there?
going for with this final boss. It's complete bullshit.
Alright, so he does beat it though. Let's get to where he does beat it. We can hear the amazing pop off.
Fucking stupid.
Wow, I did it.
It's doing it again!
Phil's having fun though. He likes
This
this
is a
game.
garbage final boss.
He loves JRPGs, guys.
It's still not dead. Alright. That better be it.
Was that fun or
God.
did you have fun? Are you winning, son?
Dude, that is seriously a terrible final boss. And by the way, it doesn't even give you as much experience as when I killed the guy before it. Dude, that is a terrible final boss.
Why do you care about
All
okay.
the phases are cool. At the very end, Night Queen, that is broken as hell. Even with the non-charm things equipped, I still would have died if I didn't have those fucking plumes.
Big ups, dude. You finally did it.
Complete garbage.
Alright, so
Completely broken.
he does cry like a bitch here.
Did we do it?
Oh, you sit here and talk with me? Okay. That's
Get
why
ready.
you sit down. Today's a special day. This is the mother of the guy who died. What a coincidence seeing you here today. It must be another of God's tricks. Today is my son's Akanari's birthday. He'd be 20 if he was still alive. Only 19 years. It wasn't long enough. He was almost an adult, but he never made it. Oh, super sad.
Let's pretend you care.
He had a genetic disease. Me, I'm healthy
This-
as a horse, but him...
This is what his Patreons wanted to see, by the way. This is what they paid $1,250 to see. Oh yeah, man, it's totally cool to cry. It's sad scene, but this is what his patrons wanted to see that they couldn't see until 2 years later.
The doctors detected it at birth, and they knew he wouldn't live to see adulthood. Every day I wondered if he'd wake up the next morning. I blamed myself for what he had inherited. But he said something to me near the end. I'm sorry to have brought you so much pain in your life, Mother. I'm glad to have been given life. I'm glad to have been your son. Thank you so much for the life you've given me. That's
Yep.
what he said. He was the one who suffered so much, and he said that to me.
But my son brought me a lot of joy too, holding his warm body in my arms after he was born, and those tiny hands, his first smile, hearing him breathe easily at
he's
night.
reading it so fast so he doesn't feel the emotion of it.
Alive, and every day I found new joy in him. And now I'm so lonely, there's nothing I can do, but my boy gave me so much that I have to keep on going, looking straight ahead. That's how I feel.
Fill up, fill up.
I'll eat the finest foods, visit the most exotic places, everything my boy could never do. I'll have so many stories to tell him about the things that I've done. On that day when we meet again, on the other side.
See?
No, actually, it's making me have the feels. Look, my eyes are actually tearing up.
Can't joke your way out of that one, could ya?
If I didn't have that to look forward to, I don't know how I could go on. That reminds me, when my son's condition, we're going to show it to you first when he was done.
Does he? Okay, here's the bet. Does he say he's? Oh, I'm crying like a little bitch here.
Why not me? And he laughed and said, "You'll be." He did finish it.
I'm crying like a little bitch.
Dude, it is sad. It's
See?
It seriously making me tear up.
See?
So was he able to give you that? I see.
I'm crying like a baby.
And watering. God damn, it's awful to think that he wasn't able to finish his project. I see. Now my eyes will stop burning and watering. God damn it. You
Burning and watering. Get the hint?
should hold on to the notebook. I'm sure that's what my boy would have wanted. I'll wait for him to tell it to me again himself when I see him. Now that I have something else to look at. Feels.
See? let's mock it. Let's mock the feelings. Can't have emotions.
The feels. The feels.
Let's mock
I'm
it.
glad
Yeah.
you and I could finally meet. Thank you. If there's one piece of advice I'd like to give you as an old lady to a young. I feel so silly, being emotional over a video game. A video game I haven't played in 2.5 years.
Why do you feel so silly? What? It's totally fine. People want to see this.
Take good care of the one.
I feel so silly. I'm like a bitch. I'm like a gay. That's what he's gonna. That's what he wants to say. By the way, as I saw someone else say in
If
chat.
you wait until their time has come, you're clinging to their cold bodies, and it's too late. Everyone who's born will die someday. Not just Akinari or me or you. It happens to everyone. So before that happens, it doesn't take a grand gesture. You don't have to make a big production out of it. But if you love someone, let them know it. We all go through life with the same struggles and the same heartbreak. We will be able to prop each other up with the same love and kindness as well. I can't get through it. I seriously can't get through it. I need to go get a tissue. Funny.
See?
I'll be right back. Holy crap. I can't get through it. It's funny.
It is fun. See, this is just not human behavior, Like, okay, I know some of you saying like it is cringe to cry at a video game. All right, that's fine. But if you find yourself crying at a video game, the bitchiest thing to do is to like say, "Oh, look at my little bitch right now crying. I can't believe it." Like you are feeling emotion, so why don't you feel the emotions you have? You know what I mean? That's the most cringe part. That's.
Oh my god. I can't get through it.
Like if you are feeling it, I mean, you're feeling it.
She sucks his dick.
That's what I say too. I don't think it's cringe at all, but
Oh.
if you are crying, you clearly do have emotions, and you should. It's okay to feel them and talk about them, but you don't have to call them stupid and that either. I think. But. D-Clan says Phil only cries when it relates somehow to himself, especially when it's a mother-son bond. Pure narcissism. Well, because that's what he wishes he had,
Oh.
How long are we gonna be here? Let's make fun of it.
I had to compose myself. That was pretty funny. Okay. I'm sure you have something precious you can share with people. Ugh. Always remember that. I was that close to the end of it. I was that close. I was 2 lines away.
Make a big joke.
God damn it.
D-Clan, my bad. D-Clan.
All right.
D-Clan. Anyways, moving on. Fast the emotions. Let's run away like Philip. So here is where things are heating up, and they definitely are heating up. Now I have to worry about my business failing and Patreon drop-off because of a game almost nobody was watching nor cared about. No logic left. So he is scared. And you know why he's scared? Because he did feel a big drop in Patreon after this. So not a big one, but so as you can see, that's let's see, we're in 2016 now. So he started the year off at his highest point when he he begged a lot and got $1,375. All right. Then we get to now this is the decline from the Nyx, the Persona 3. This decline. So he was up to over 1,000, goes down to under 1,000, 800, this kind of thing. He's still doing fine, but this is all here right now. So the lowest it got was 822, right? And that is why we got this tweet. Okay, so now I have to worry about my business failing and Patreon drop off because of a game almost nobody was watching nor cared about. Well, you promised them something and you didn't give it to them, so that we can see in the graphs that caused about 25 people to stop supporting you on Patreon, which is their right. You know what I mean? So there we go, and he was definitely worried about it. The huge next jump we'll probably cover in the next Patreon. This is when we start we start serious. We'll get there today. I got to pick it up, though. I don't want to spoil. Don't want to spoil anything for you. So here we go. This is the same tweet line. Now I have to worry about business failing and Patreon drop because of a game almost no one was watching or cared about. No logic left. It becomes increasingly harder to care about stuff when days like today happen. Got so many nasty messages for what? Fuck if I know. How can you say fuck if I know? How can you say fuck if I know? My fear is that my business is constantly on the line for the sake of a quick pop of drama. That's really effed up. This is my life here. The truth is, I have no freedom. I'm a slave to public opinion, which is easily swayed by drama. No matter what I do, I'm somehow a villain. I'm a slave, public opinion. I cannot hide it. I cannot control it. I'm a slave to public opinion. Oh, God. Next up, we get in the docket, we get the Patreon goal for the month after that, July. So he says, I'll play at least 12 hours of gameplay starting September. He added this kind of clause to his Patreon perks, you know. I'll either beat the game at that time or make a determination on whether to continue it long term based on multiple factors. FYI, every game chosen for Patron's Choice in the past has turned into a full-fledged playthrough. Incorrect, sir. You did not finish Persona 3. Past games have included both Persona 3 and 4 and turned into long, epic playthroughs. So let's hope patrons pick something truly great if we hit this funding goal. Like, do you really want to put that when you didn't finish it? I mean, come on, man. It's not that hard. Don't put that in the don't say it was a long, epic playthrough and it turned into a full-fledged playthrough. That's an unforced error. You know what I mean? That's definitely an unforced error. All right. Well, that is going to take care of the Persona 3 saga, but don't worry. There's so much more to go through in terms of ultra begging at the end of the year, adjusting the goal because we stopped hitting the goals, and Persona 3. But before we get to that, we're going to take a little intermission here, just a song, because I got to do some big tweets, if you know what I'm saying. Let's get to a song here by IronCastKnight in the house, and it's called, I don't know what it's called, Haute Cuisine? Here we go. Be right back in a minute. This is a song for you called Have a Burger King Anniversary, Haute Cuisine. Let's go.
Here comes the King Culinary. Listen to his enlightened decree. You know what tastes the best? Fuck no! All you eat is slop. Like the Italian Gordon Ramsay, you're the Polish case cooking. I've seen better food from King Cobra. Least when Jack's smoking, he's doing more than shooting sauce. All you eat is slop. All you fucking eat slop. All you fucking eat is slop. QVC Thanksgiving. And ruined Christmas, snorting like a pig in its trough. Shut the fuck up about health and nutrition with your stick figure arms and thick figure woman. All you eat is slop. All you fucking eat slop. All luxury. California roll, birthday feast for pizzas, but you only eat a slice, not a chance, baby. All you need is slop. All you fucking need is slop. All you fucking need is slop. Very dust heart attacks, slurping down greasy snacks, taste nothing but your snot. Cat loves Tyrone's tang, cheese while you resent your whiskey dick. All you need is slop. All you fucking need is slop. All you fucking need is slop. All you need is slop. Put the pizza in the hummus like you never put your weenies in panda. Call it flavorful and robust. What would you know? All you need is slop. All you fucking need is slop. All you fucking need is slop. Food taste wide as an ocean, deep as your politics positions. Oceans don't come that small. Call it fusion style when it's American. All you fucking need is slop. All you fucking need is slop.
There we go. Endorphin Rush next. Here's the link to that song.
Let me be clear. Now, I'm not
1 Minute Man, please come back. I think I did, John Doe, but send it to me again, and I can play it here. Is that the one? It has to. So here's the rule. All right, I love all the AI songs coming in. You know I'm a fan of them. But if it's just a Suno link, I can't really play just Suno links. You know, this dude made a lyric video. I play lyric videos. You know what I'm saying? That puts a little effort. But if it's just a Suno link, I don't want to display that, you know? We do have one more song for you today, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's get to some false pledge drama, all right? So we're going to start with the false pledge drama. I definitely want to get to the later in the year begging, too, so we got to speed up a little bit here. So as we mentioned earlier, sadly in July, I think I'm enabling the Patreon feature that you get charged when you pledge. Still too many kids false pledging, all right? So there's people false pledging. So Phil makes the feature where if you do a pledge, you get charged right away, because a lot of trolls were saying, I'll give Phil $100, but then when it came time to take the money out, they would cancel it. So to avoid that, he started doing this feature, all right? So that's what we're going through here. And don't be... I love this. Don't be discouraged because my Patreon shows as under the June goal. That's an estimate factor possible to climb pledges. We can make it. We can make it. Pledging for this one. This event actually seems interesting to me. Hope it works out. So it does work. Now we're going to talk about it a little bit.
but it was not exactly the most exciting gaming month ever. In fact, it was pretty much I'll be honest, a boring month. There wasn't a hell of a lot going on. The few things that I did get to cover that were new were pretty terrible. I would say the Call of Duty DLC this month was pretty good. And the Ghostbusters game was terrible. And everything else was pretty much me doing downtime stuff like Resident Evil 5 Remastered or Silent Hill Homecoming. Which again were a mixed bag. You know, playing Resident Evil 5 for the second time, I realized it certainly wasn't as good as I remembered it being, because the game had, FYI, I'm just going to throw this out here now.
Yeah, please.
All right. It is less than 12 months remaining to pledge to my Patreon for July, and the bottom line is, unless a miracle...
I'll hit that, but there's less than 12 months remaining to pledge for July. That's pretty... We got a long time then, right?
Remaining here now, all right? It is less than 12 months remaining.
Oh, sweet. We had 12 months.
To my Patreon
Don't worry,
for July.
guys.
And the bottom line is, unless a miracle happens, we're not going to hit the goal for July. All right. The funding goal for July was the same as it always has been. It's not like I upped it or anything. And unfortunately, because there was so little activity going on in July in regards to new games and stuff, I didn't get that influx of viewership that I usually get from new releases. So
man, he just bitches about game releases. Everything is based on game releases.
Hard when there's no new games and I'm not getting any new viewership attention or anything like that to get people to pledge. So I do want to say thank you to those of you who are ongoing pledgees of mine on Patreon. And it's certainly not your fault. I can't blame anyone. There's no specific factor or anything to blame, but it looks like we're not going to hit the funding goal.
As long as you don't blame yourself, I guess, right?
For this month, and we're not going to get the special event. the special event, which would have been a Patron's Choice playthrough coming up.
Yeah, I think people are pretty much done with those, right? People are done with those.
What can you do? Right? What can you do? Right now, the only way that we can hit the goal is if I get around $240 of new pledges within 11.5 hours. Actually, I believe it's a little less than that now because I just had a pledge that was increased. So thank you to the person who did that. I don't want to give a specific name shout out or anything because then they probably get harassed or something.
Yes, they would.
Knowing how shit works, oh my god, someone pledged to Phil's fucking Patreon, we gotta harass that person. Well, I'm not gonna put him out there, but yeah. So we're short by about $240.
Great.
There's still a chance though, you know, maybe a few people will say, oh man, well, he didn't hit it, I'll pledge now, and I'd like to get that high goal level of the private Q&A video.
Oh,
I don't know, but right now it's not looking too good.
oh, so the goal was a Q&A. The goal was a Q&A video. I can see why people didn't want that.
Realist. So I'm not gonna sit here and harp on it. I'm not gonna sit here and be angry.
Yes, you are.
Or disappointed.
Yes,
the bottom line is,
Jesus.
The way that YouTube works is that there's ups and downs. You're gonna have very busy months with a lot of stuff going on, and you're gonna have months with nothing going on. And I know that. I know that the summer is traditionally my lowest time of the year for viewership, and it is actually the lowest time of the year for ad revenue. So it is the lowest time of the year for gaming activity in general.
Is that true? Is that actually is that actually true or just based on his own mind? So let's check it. Why not? That's what we're here for, right? Stupid shit like this. Let's check it. So is summer his lowest viewership? Let's see. So, oh, April was a big gain for him. Look at that. He kind of recovered actually. As you can see, in March was his lowest viewed month ever, 376,000 views. April jumped up to not high, well, the highest since January, I should say. But he was going big time down. But let's see the summer. Summer, July. No, as you can see, it kind of, not really, right? I'm looking at summer here, August, July. I think it's just something in his head because it doesn't really affect anything. It doesn't really affect the actual views outside of when he doesn't delete shit, because he deletes shit there, but yeah, that's not true, actually. Interestingly enough, it's not true. Who would have guessed it?
So, it is what it is. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, why does my Patreon page say it's at like $800?
Yeah, why say that?
My Patreon page is based off of the fact that in previous months until this month, people were false pledging. People were constantly going in there and trolling and putting in hundreds, if not, you know, at one point I had thousands of dollars of fake pledges on my Patreon, okay? And because of that, it would overinflate the total. So what Patreon did this year is they instituted a method by which if someone pledges and their pledge doesn't go through, Patreon will assume that that's a false pledge, and it will lower your pledge amount that it shows public facing to the people. So that's why it looks like, oh my god, Phil needs like $400 or $500 to hit the goal. No, it's not true at all. That's because it was assuming that there would be hundreds of dollars of false pledges. Now,
going in so much fucking detail, dude.
I changed the way that my Patreon works to a you have to be charged when you pledge method. So what that did is effectively ended all trolling. No one can troll on my Patreon because if you do a false pledge, guess what? It requires you to put in your pledge information and it processes that pledge before it will show it.
Okay, got it.
Unless someone actually
payment.
tries to troll and then accidentally charges a real credit card, they can't do false pledges anymore. But unfortunately, you know, Patreon is still reflecting the false
trolls.
pledges.
Give fuck trolls.
Like you're seeing $200 to $300 less public facing because of the false pledges in the past, but they don't really apply anymore. So anyway, it is what it is. I'm not really harping too much on it.
Yes, you are.
If you'd like to pledge, you have 11.5 hours left to pledge to my Patreon at patreon.com/DarkSidePhil.
Okay.
And if you wanted to apply to July, you have to hurry up. Because sometimes this happens, people will pledge on the 1st of the next month.
Hurry up, hurry up, everybody.
Why I didn't apply. Someone that actually just happened
this
month. Someone
bored. All right, next.
So yeah.
As you might guess.
Coming up, right?
I actually have an update for everyone.
Oh, sweet.
An update in regards to Patreon, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yes, I was waiting for this.
Many people have been wondering what was going to happen in the month of May with my Patreon, because as you know, the month of May, I had a completely different goal than what I usually do for Patreon.
Yeah, what was it?
Normally for Patreon, I do either a marathon or maybe a Patron's Choice playthrough. There's all these different things that I do as goal levels for Patreon if I hit a certain funding level, right? It's a celebration to kind of say thank you
Celebration.
to those who pledged, a way to give back doing a special event. So in May, my special event, something completely different, something I never usually do. All right.
What was it?
Was that it was going to be a multiplayer event.
Whoa!
Okay. And the way it worked is if you pledged $5 or more in the month of May, you were going to be able to participate in this multiplayer event.
Sounds hype.
And the games that were included in this event were games such as Overwatch, Uncharted 4, Doom, Street Fighter 5, Rocket League, and Plants vs. Zombies 2. So a pretty good lineup, right? That's a pretty solid lineup of games right there.
Yeah.
So, promoted the heck out of it in May.
I thought you said you're not going to harp on it, though.
Honest with everyone, it was pretty tough.
Uh-oh.
Because it's something completely different. It's outside of something I would normally do. I've done multiplayer events in the past that didn't require any kind of a monetary contribution to be part of them. Unfortunately, the last time I tried to do one, it ended up kind of being a flop because so many idiot trolls were just trying to get in and ruin the experience for everyone, whether just hogging up spaces.
Definitely.
In, the multiplayer matches, or trolling or saying stupid shit over the mic.
Yes, I love that part.
And a lot of people who wanted to play against me didn't even get into the matches because these idiot trolls just kept joining, and it was very frustrating. For me as a content creator and a YouTuber...
All right, fast forwarding.
So far, all right? I do have a minor update.
Please give us a minor update.
Basically, it was up and down, up and down, up and down, the pledges. And the reason it was up and down at the end of the month was very simple. It was because
up and down, up and down, up and down.
But then people were reducing their pledges from last month because they had pledged specifically to make the Indies Marathon happen. So it was going up and down, all over the place. And as of midnight last night, it is official. Enough people pledged to hit the goal. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean we hit the goal. It means that enough people pledged to hit the goal.
What?
Now, there might have been people that were messing around, and they were false pledges, which has happened before.
Don't start thinking I got money yet.
This sounds, but yeah, on Patreon, people false pledge to make it look like I've hit the goal before, and then I don't hit it. Okay, well, actually, I have hit it every month, but basically their pledges get declined. And the bottom line is, I actually checked this morning, and guess what?
What?
A bunch of pledges got declined.
Oh, no.
Not very surprising. This has happened a million times before.
Oh, no.
Okay? So, right now, I cannot tell you if we hit the goal yet. I'm feeling very positive about it. I have a very good feeling. And the reason being is we're very close. Let's put it that way. We're very, very close to hitting it.
All right, so you get the point. He's just talking his head off about Patreon. I don't even hear the same shit.
July's goal...
All right, so now in July...
is Patreon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring it up. Where is it? There it is. July's goal, as you know if you've been watching my streams earlier this month, is the return.
Dude, he so brazenly puts up Persona 3 there. Like, you really want to be putting Persona 3 up there? Make people think of that bad memory where you lost 30 fucking patrons?
This month is the return of the Patron's Choice playthrough. If we hit the funding goal this month, then we will be doing a Patron's Choice event, all right? This event, in previous times, has been pretty awesome, with patrons choosing games such as Minecraft, Persona 4, and the Persona 3 playthrough that's now nearing its end. So I'm very curious to see what patrons will choose.
They didn't even know it didn't finish yet.
For this one, and by the way, this will start in September, when things are actually slow for some reason this year. Usually September's a very good month. It's the beginning of the big September, it slows down, but that means it's the perfect time for
we
this
talk about
Patron's Choice
Patreon for 4 more minutes.
Now, we need to make it happen.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to be honest with everyone here.
Uh-oh.
Okay? We are way under the goal.
Uh-oh.
I actually checked. Now, I want to be real with everyone here, too.
Yeah, please.
My Patreon page is wrong. What it's showing you on my Patreon page...
Oh, God, we're skipping this shit.
I want people to think that it's done or that we're going to do it for sure, because it is unsure. We do need people to pledge if we're going to hit this goal.
So if you like my daily live streams,
Step it up,
if you
dumb
like my
fucks.
on-demand videos, if you like the vlogging that I've been doing, right? The KO Gaming stuff, which I'm hoping to
I
come
love the
back
KO
with this
Gaming
next
stuff.
week with some stuff on KO Gaming.
Oh, good.
If you like all this content that I put out for free,
Yeah, I do like that, yes.
and you want to go the extra mile, please consider pledging at patreon.com/DarkSidePhil.
Okay,
it's not
will do.
only about this monthly goal. It's
about what?
also about getting your own personal perks.
Ooh.
They're all outlined there on the site. They're quite good. In fact,
No, they're not.
most people who've gotten the higher level perks have loved them, and we're very happy with what they got out of them. Okay, so please.
Yeah, the guy that got to say a single word in your Christmas special, I'm sure he loved it. I'm sure he jerked off to that 10 times.
All right.
Next up.
We're actually pretty far away from it.
Still far away,
not
assholes.
As much so as Patreon says, my actual Patreon
Oh,
page
God.
pledges by changing the way that it works and charging people up front.
All right, I'm skipping it. I can't handle rage quit me. I'm rage quitting. Blah, blah, blah. Then he finally does the thing. FYI, I have changed my Patreon setting to charge up front. This means the new edited pledges get charged immediately to prevent fraud. Next up. Ooh, desktop action. Hang on. What's this? YouTube, Mozilla Manifesto, Patreon, cardbenefits.com. Cardbenefits.com, credit card website. AmericanExpress.com, Chase.com. There is 3 credit card websites on this front page. Chase.com, AmericanExpress.com, CardBenefitCity.com. Let's fucking go! Hell yeah! Yes, I'm not lying. We got search for something. Looks like food related. We got card benefits at city.com, AmericanExpress.com, and Chase.com. Big ups. All the important links. It's not muted. That was him not talking. I'm not muted. Ooh, wait. I love to see his search. Okay, just Patreon. Nice.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, he stood up to walk to the computer. That's why he's not talking. 829, huh? Oh yeah, this one he lowered the goal because it wasn't reaching it, so he just lowered the goal by 200 for fun. Guys, pick it up.
What a pain in the ass to get that set up. What a serious pain in the ass just to get you to see that.
It was it?
All right, so what you're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, is my Patreon page, all right? Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. Now, you might say, I don't understand this, Phil, because on Patreon previously, hold on, my monitor's not crooked enough for me to see here.
My monitor's not crooked enough for me to see here.
Patreon was $1,250.
Yeah, it was at $1,250,
right.
dude.
And right now, it's down to $1,025. Okay, you might say, Phil, why did you do that?
Yeah, why'd you do that?
I'm confused. You used to always try to get $1,250 a month as your funding goal for Patreon, and it looks like
you actually said that was essential to your business. So what happened?
Been lowered.
Yeah, what happened?
So I'm very confused as to what's going on.
I'm confused too.
I want to explain this.
Oh, thank you.
Because this is different.
This is definitely different.
Here's what happened. Until
Pony Lasagna says, yes, the 3 main resources to build a champion's roster, easily at hand from his browser. He needs that money. He really does. And we got 3 web browsers. You said browser, and you got browsers. I think that's pretty hype right there. Not rigged. Not rigged.
About 2 months ago, I'd say 2 to 3 months ago, actually, Patreon always displayed publicly.
Okay, we don't need to hear this whole talk again.
It was ridiculous because it would overinflate the display. What they started doing is they launched ridiculous. I think it's about $1,050. That's the reality. It's like $1,050 and change or something like that. It's probably like a couple bucks, like $1,047 or something like that. That's what's really being pledged to my patrons.
Look at this, by the way. On the right side, it says, look, if we hit the funding goal for the month, patrons who play $5 will participate in a vote for a guaranteed full playthrough. A first.
But what Patreon has done is said, in the past we've seen you had false pledges.
Who needs this?
All right. So basically, Patreon changed stuff, and there's no way to change it back. Okay. Now here's what I did. Last month, I made an announcement that if you're going to pledge to my Patreon, you have to be charged up front.
Yeah.
Back out. So effectively, as of July of this year, last month, I
my
eliminated
God.
all false pledges.
Yes.
So let me give you an example. Right now, there's about a $1,050 pledged to my Patreon for the month of August. As you can see here, playthroughs, which will be a full playthrough that will take place starting in the month of September. It's a guaranteed full playthrough. So I just want to make that clear. It's not like it used to be where it's a one-day marathon and it might or might not
be finished,
be a full game or whatever. No, it's going to be a full playthrough guaranteed starting in September. Okay. That's directly based off of your feedback, what you've told me you wanted. You said, I want a guaranteed
remember when I
playthrough.
pissed you guys off so much last time? You guys really hated that, so that's the feedback.
All right.
Got it.
So, that's the deal. If we hit the goal, this is what you're going to get. So, I only need about $200 more pledges. Actually, if you look here, less than $200 more pledges.
Step it up, guys.
Back over there if I can.
Step it up. Well, used to, Pendant said used to.
Less than $200 more, and then it will be funded. We'll have the patron's choice for the month. And I just want people to understand, I didn't lower my goal. I didn't actually lower my funding goal at all. If I get to
this is in response to trolls saying that he lowered his goal just to make sure he hit it. This is the only reason for this video.
I didn't lower my goal. I didn't actually lower my funding goal at all. If I get $200 more of pledges, I'll be getting the same amount that I had pledged every month since I started Patreon in 2015. It's just that Patreon changed the way you can see the amounts, so I had to artificially adjust my amount that you can see public facing, but the funding amount behind the scenes is the same.
From the very beginning, it was an arbitrary number you chose, so...
I hope that explains it.
It doesn't.
The bottom line is, don't worry. If we hit this goal, I'm getting the same amount of pledge funding that I always did. There's no difference.
Okay, we got it. We got the point. All right, last note on this one.
About it, okay? One final thing, everyone, and then I'll get started.
Yes, please.
I just want to warn everyone. I didn't really get word, but let me put it this way. I've been looking into it, and it looks like, sadly, Patreon may be having some issues in regards to this, the process by which I now am accepting pledges. What I'm doing now is they have this new feature that they implemented several months ago, and they told me to go. Hopefully, it'll be a fun marathon.
All right, so we're doing this now for a patron's pledge. Let me see the pledge issues.
Under the goal, and then I false pledge like crazy, overinflating my Patreon.
All right, I'm rage quitting this. I don't give a shit about fake pledges. All right, let's get into a few more things before I really want to get to the end of the year. Hyper begging. So I do want to get there. So I'm gonna kind of speed run this a little bit. Some people, no. I want to do this. Do this. All right. So this one is. I'm doing the. So people, so he's just bitching about views. I'm doing the same exact fucking thing I did earlier. So you tell me why people leave. No fucking patience, I guess. Hope you're liking this stream. Viewership has gone from 700 to 450. And since someone gets banned for suggesting a different Patreon goal. Master of Truth says, he seriously couldn't think of a new goal, one that's interesting. And then what happens? Master of Truth was kicked from the King of Hate by Darkside Phil. Get fucked. So, Master of Truth, if you question the king, you get banned. Next up, we have this one. This one is, this is a wall of text for sure. But I'll try to read a little bit here. Someone said, so this is, we're getting closer to the end of the year, the massive begging thing. So actually, I think I want to save this actually. So I'm going to save this till we get to the massive begging, because this is all that's about, is how to improve the business. So we're adjusting the goal again. Bullshit. I've adjusted my Patreon goal to properly reflect the public facing amount. We've about $200 to go for August. And people are questioning, I'm kind of confused about how it's lowered 200 to help hit the goal. I really don't understand the logic. It's not being lowered at all. It's the same funding amount. Patreon changed how it's displayed publicly, so I adjusted. Don't care. Don't care. Let's see what he's talking about here.
First I got a sore throat, then I get the runny nose.
Okay. This is unrelated, but it's worth it.
Happened is she started coughing about midweek last runny nose.
Okay. Talk about
lozenge. those chest colds. So it's not one of those normal colds where you go
We're
through
back
all
to
those
2016, by the way.
different symptoms. Like, oh no, first I got a sore throat, then I get the runny
Leanna's
nose,
still here.
then I get the congestion and the cough. No, she went straight to the cough. Like, that was the first thing that happened, is she started coughing about midweek last week. And of course, she starts coughing. Oh, I'm just gonna, you know, I'll fight this off. It's not a big deal. Within 2 days of her coughing, she had incredibly uncontrollable cough. You know, which she did everything: hot tea, lozenges for the throat, Robitussin, Mucinex, everything you could possibly think of. And of course, nothing really works.
I posted this on Twitter yesterday, but I don't care. Let's listen one more time.
Bottom line is, which a lot of people may not realize this, none of the medications that you can actually take for a cough actually stop the cough.
None of the medications you can actually take for a cough actually stop the cough.
In fact, if you actually look at the medications for a cough, they're actually meant to make you cough more. I'm not kidding. Like, I've known this since I was a kid, and I read into all these medications. Anything you take for a cough is to relieve congestion by letting you cough easier. So if you're choking and you can't stop choking, go ahead and take that Robitussin so you can choke more. Now, I think the reasoning here is that, okay, if you take the medicine, it'll allow you to...
It'll make you choke more?
More productive coughs, meaning whatever's forcing you to cough will be removed, and therefore it'll stop you from coughing. The problem is, if you're sick, it just comes right back within a couple minutes. So, all these over-the-counter drugs, how stupid are they that they're meant to actually make you cough more instead of actually getting rid of the problem, which is the excess of you-know-what that makes you cough? I don't get it.
And by the way, how he knows this is he read the label.
Again, if we could easily just make that go away, no one would buy these over-the-counter medicines, and the entire industry would probably lose billions of dollars.
Phil's on Big Pharma. Phil's against Big Pharma.
Gee, I wonder why they never invented the drug that actually stops you from coughing.
I wonder why not.
Pretty stupid.
Pretty stupid, dude. That's the only reason that's there.
So anyway, I digress, but basically Leanna's been getting worse and worse. All right. And Friday night, she's trying to sleep and could not even lay down in bed without choking every minute or so. So we were up till about 5:30 in the morning.
Listen to this.
With her choking and choking and choking, not being able to...
I wonder how nice you were supportive you were, Philip.
Stop. And we basically got no sleep. You know, what are you going to do when one person in the bed is constantly choking all night? There's nothing you could do. How are you going to sleep? You're just not going to. So we finally did, you know, pass out and got a whopping like 3 to 4 hours, it's not even, of solid sleep. We both woke up in the morning, felt like complete shit. Now, luckily, Leanna didn't have to work yesterday. It was one of her days off, so I said, you know what? Neither of us slept. We feel like shit now because of it. Let's just sleep in. Let's relax.
Let's just sleep in, too.
And just, you know, try to recuperate as much as we can.
Let's try to recuperate as much as we can.
So we did. So I canceled yesterday's stream. You know, we slept in till I'd say probably mid-afternoon time.
All right, we don't want to get... we heard the funny part. I want to keep going with this. This is this is another thing, like, not related, but sometimes I find funny shit that, like, I have to play because there's no, like, other time to play it. So watch this. Big ups to Harmed Gawa for this clip from 2016. So this is just, like, 2016 style highlights.
All right, folks, time for a break.
First
of all, I just want to say this. I will acknowledge, thank you to the stream chat for trying to help. But there's ways to try to help. To help is, Phil, a good strategy is to get distance between you and Silver and do a running slide kick when he's charging his attack. Slide kick, Phil's a retard, Phil's an idiot, fucking moron, can't play the game. He's your slide kick. Why isn't he slide kick? Read the stream chat, slide kick. That doesn't work. There's two different ways. There's constructive and destructive. And that's what people who are in these kind of chats need to learn, is that you can help if you don't overreact and act like a jerk. And I'm here trying on the fly for the first time playing the game. I can't translate what people are saying in the stream chat if they're going to say it like that. So I want to say thank you for the tip, but please try to do it in a more concentrated intelligent manner so that I can understand, right?
Okay, got it.
I probably would have beaten that boss anyway using the stupid homing attack, but it would have been a bitch because you saw at the end he was grabbing me and infinitely throwing me.
Yes, I saw that.
So as long as I got it to work, I probably would have still beaten it. So thank you for the tip, but please try to be more controlled, okay?
Okay, be more controlled.
Thank you. Let's go ahead.
You're worthless
and continue.
humans.
I'm going to take a break now, actually, about a 10-minute, 15-minute break. Come back. We'll continue on. Maybe we'll finish Shadow's story here.
Anyways, you got the point. But how about you play the game yourself? This isn't Twitch Plays Sonic. Oh, yes, it is. Don't overreact like a jerk. Look who's talking. Wow, what an asshole. I can already tell this game's This Is How You Don't Play would be great, assuming when it comes out. Big ups. Big ups, Barrett Wells. Handhold me, but handhold me in the way I want. Yes, nice and soft. All right, here we go.
Go stream and we'll probably carry
Oh,
us.
that was the Patreon more Patreon changes. I'm out of there. Fuck that shit. Okay, so this is Lamps Gaming, Solid Snake, or I don't know who this person is. They have, yeah, they're not like a named person or anything, but he says, why do some YouTubers who get millions of views also have Patreon accounts? It's not even for a good cause like charity. It's for them. Shaking my head. So real quick, I want to make this clear. This person has 800 followers, right? They're kind of like, you know, no one of note, let's say. So somehow, though, Philip responds and says, the purpose of Patreon is to allow creative people to do it as their job, not to make the rich richer. People are stupid. So he searched this. This is not in relation to Philip at all, but he somehow found this in his Twitter searches, you know, and found this. The guy said that they won't donate to good cause or struggling content creators, but they'll pay the ones who get millions of views per vid. Philip again responds to this very same person who says it's called greed. Millions of views, thousands of dollars per video. For experience, they don't need. They want more. You know what I'm saying, random poster. Not like a named person that you'd recognize. I don't mean 800 followers is nothing. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Shut up. You know what I'm saying? He's not. It's not Sir Moist. That's what I'm basically saying. I should have said that. Excuse me. So we got Sammy Samosa here, who is another famous Philip Dent, and Theo Does Art in the house as well, who I think I saw in here today. Sammy says, I'd rather see someone popular open a Patreon than a nobody with like 30 subscribers. Big up, Sammy. There's nothing worse than someone with 50 subscribers with a Patreon account. Get the hell out of here. Very logical. Theo says, maybe just like when Phil claims they aren't paid by views. Mm-hmm. Big ups. Let's move forward positively. I don't know how Philip found that account, but he did. I'll just read this. This is from a twit longer. Attention, August patrons! It's come to my attention that Patreon reporting may not work properly now that I've switched over to in order to follow some pledges. So I'm currently working with Patreon to understand why their reporting may not be working correctly. It's just like he makes such a big deal out of this Patreon reporting or whatever. It's so fucking dumb. I don't understand this arc at all. But all right, 1 hour left, and now we're getting to the end of the year. GIGABEG. This is the GIGABEG time, all right? So just get ready for lots of Phillips. So listen to this. Oh, this is a gem. I'll just say this. Pre-late 2012, it didn't matter what game I played. I got viewership. In fact, viewership remained quite steady, or even went up during downtime. I thought you said that summer was downtime, and you got less views, but okay. I was, in fact, like those other YouTubers you mention all the time. A go-to guy who had a huge following for his personality, no matter what he played. And then, This Is How You Don't Play happened. The movement, and my bad reaction to it, which just made it worse, single-handedly changed public opinion of me. Instead of being the average gamer guy who plays new releases, rages hilariously from time to time, and feels like he's sitting on the couch next to you playing, I transformed into the worst gamer ever, who sucks at every game he plays, rages against every game developer, and never ever accepts responsibility for his own faults. He deserves no success, and everyone should stop watching him. That's the guy he did turn into, but it's not because This Is How You Don't Play. Let's move on positively. Because of the viral success of This Is How You Don't Play, it destroyed, I'll say it again, destroyed my public image. That is incorrect. His public image was destroyed outside of his YouTube fan base, which was, as we all know, and he will tell you, 12-year-olds at this point. Anyways, it went from being cool to watch me play games to being a fringe thing, an endless swarm of keyboard warrior bullies. I'm a keyboard warrior bully. Thought it would be great to not only attack me at every turn, but make it so that my public persona was also tarnished through mass trolling, impersonation, slander, and just tons of other negative stuff in general. Why else would KO Gaming be getting more and more successful? That's the whole reason I rebranded without DSP Darkside Phil on that channel, and it worked 100%, just as I suspected it would. KO Gaming is the single best thing I've done in years. And get this, it wasn't anyone's idea but mine. Oh yes, game reviews. What a brilliant idea. I wonder if there's a future in game reviewing things. I've never heard of that idea. I didn't know Philip created the idea of reviewing things. Cool. So if you think that simply editing my Let's Plays like other YouTubers do is going to somehow completely undo 3+ years of negative spin by thousands of cancerous, do-nothing idiots, you're wrong. I don't really think anything I'm going to do is going to save DSP Gaming. It's going to exist as it does now, for as long as I continue to plug away and refuse to quit. It will never be a huge moneymaker, no matter what I do. Because no matter how I change, how I act, what I say, or how I improve my video content, there will forever be the stigma of this guy sucks, don't watch him as he's a joke, attached to the name DSP on YouTube. People will discredit whatever I do, no matter how much I listen to fans, viewers, patrons on how to improve. I mean, every single thing I do for that channel somehow gets spun into something negative because of lies and misinformation. Well, it is because of lies, but not because of lies other people are saying. At this point, changing the format of the channel would only further hurt it, because the longtime followers would then feel turned off because of the change. This was posted on the King of Hate forums, which don't exist anymore, in terms of how to fix the business, because 2016 is the first machinima contract restructuring, so we had some problems we had to deal with here. Next thing in the same thread here. Let me get rid of that one. The same exact answer. Now, if anyone here has concrete ideas besides change the format of DSP Gaming that are realistic, I'm all ears. But I've heard just edit your playthroughs like everyone else for 4 straight years now, and not one person has proven a lick that it helped with all the negativity surrounding the channel as it stands. I spent tons of time streaming footage, taking out boring parts, adding in joke skits, and guess what? The raw edge that my videos have now would be completely lost. The same people would troll the fuck out of the videos, and nobody new would see them. I'd lose views, lose money, and it would hurt me to the point of no return. Trust me, I'm not stupid. Blonder STS says, last time I watched Funhouse and Achievement Hunter, I did not lose any brain cells, and their style and humor is really close to yours, Phil. So I don't know where you come up with this stuff. Oh, you mean those teams of people with financial backing who came into YouTube as a business project, not a hobby? How do you logically think that comparing these large-scale, well-funded YouTube channels and comparing them with my efforts of a single man is even a valid comparison? Holy crap! You need a deep dose of reality. Yeah, if I had a team of people and tons of funding, remember, he's making over $100,000 a year still at this point, I'm pretty sure I'd pump out great high production level stuff like them too. That's not reality, and never will be, unless I win the lotto and hire people. Wake up. So this is, again, a thread he made to give me ideas. I want to make that clear. This whole point of this was a thread to give me ideas. If you give me ideas, though, you will be berated. Make sure that's known. This is more forum fun. Last one in forum fun, real quick. Yeah, he was using direct capture at this point, yes. Someone said, you can't put the financial burden on your fans. It's just $1 to you, but for regular normal work people, have to spend 8 minutes behind a fryer for that $1, 10 minutes cleaning up construction trash and sweltering summer heat, blah, blah, blah. I know the value of a $1 bill, someone said, you know? Philip said, see, I totally get this because I was in that situation for quite a long time. From the age of 15, I've consistently always held a job and always busted my ass for that job. When I was in high school, I worked long, grueling hours every weekend. While all the other kids were off at partying at the local mall, making food for people so I could scrape enough together every few months and travel to a Street Fighter tournament. When I was in college, while all the other kids were off partying, I was working every chance I got to pay off my student loans. At one point in my life, I had so little money to eat. I ate from the McDonald's dollar menu for 6 months straight and gained 20 pounds. I know the value of $1. What I think most youths take for granted, however, is how YouTube content is created, produced. Maybe for some people it's easy, but this is my life. I've been providing totally free content and entertainment for thousands, or in reality, millions of viewers since 2008. Nobody's ever paid for that content. Nobody? Nobody? Guess what? When I was a teenager, nothing was free. If I wanted to go to the movies, the mall, the arcade, or do anything entertaining, I had to pay for it. Everyone seems to take for granted that so much entertainment in this day and age is completely free. They forget that the people who make said entertainment need your support. Philip. So when you say to me, but we all bust our asses for that $1, I will easily reply, we all bust our asses to make money, and I've been in your shoes. But not everyone has provided you with the 60,000 videos of free entertaining content 6200. It's not, I said that on purpose. I said that deliberately. Not everyone has provided you with 60,000 videos of free entertaining content 6200. Because nobody has gained more than I have since I started on YouTube. All for the viewers. So you should probably spend that $1 on something that deserves it. And in turn, keep that free content coming that you keep on watching. Or else that thing that you take for granted will very much go away in a relatively quick manner. Because when I was a teenager, Stone Cold, and I had next to no money, Stone Cold, I gladly would have spent $1 a month for hundreds of hours of entertainment, gaming information, brother. That is an all-timer. That is an all-timer. Holy shit, man. Amazing. Okay, now we enter. Remember, you were asking, why did we get this big jump in 2016? Well, now we enter that saga. The State of DSP Address. It is 60 minutes. So obviously, oh, sorry, I'm blocking it. The State of DSP Address is 60 minutes. Now, we can't watch the whole thing. However, there was someone named Butta who has condensed it down for us into 3 minutes. So let's watch that version, shall we? And let's enjoy.
Views. I don't want to be Mr. Views. Total views, millions of views. Why they've lost views? YouTube views. You know, decreasing views isn't doing great views-wise. From 5,000 to 15,000 views, 500,000 views. Whoop. Viewership goes up. They always do pretty decently in views. My views were way down. Woo! Probably.
Oh, that's the big guy intro. Way down.
Views,
is that it?
My views were way down. Woo! Probably through the roof. Whoop.
Big ass McDonald's.
5,000 views. 5,000 views. He has 5,000 views. What the hell? It was a downward trend of views. We weren't getting like great views. It can attract more views.
Oh, not that one. Okay.
5,000 to the top video had like 15,000 views. 3 weeks became the most viewed video on Homefront: The Revolution on all of YouTube. Video has
Not true, sir. As you can see, at that time it even wasn't. IGN had the biggest video.
Became the most viewed video on Homefront the Revolution on all of YouTube.
Not
Video
true.
was like
Thank you.
912,000 views, almost a million views. It went completely fucking viral.
Wow.
Now what happened was
Uh-oh.
a ridiculous ton of new views. Videos were getting what, 5,000 views a video? Now they were getting 15, 20, 30,000 views on a video. Big difference. Any kind of, you know, views that I get on the playthrough, I'll fit in my pocket so I can keep running the business. And it'll get anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 views.
This is awesome.
Sonic 2006 retrospective, 7,000 views. New viewers. Early review of No Man's Sky, 45,000 views.
I love this.
Full review of No Man's Sky, over 26,000 views and growing, 10,000 more views. It's crazy.
This is often the
Crazy.
same video, by the way. This is the same video. That 60-minute video I spared you of, this is what we're watching right here. This is what he talked about.
Wow, Phil's reviews are just as good or better than Angry Joe's. And I'm like, I'm glad that you think that.
Who said that? Who said that? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Somebody's waking up. He's waking up. Holy shit. Where's he been? He's waking up. You damn right he's waking up. When you say shit like that, when you say a lie that large, they all come out. Look, we get a double trouble. Double trouble here. Double trouble. That's what happens when you say lies that big. Holy shit. Your videos are better than Angry Joe's. Not like I'm some big Angry Joe fan, but he puts in what's called his effort in his videos.
Review of No Man's Sky, over 26,000 views and growing, 10,000 more views. It's crazy. Wow, Phil's reviews are just as good or better than Angry Joe's. And I'm like, I'm glad that you think that. And we're close to any kind of viewership like that. February and March, like nothing. Went up a little bit. In May, it started to go up. And then when Homefront the Revolution, it went sky and a rocket in its fucking ass, and it shot up to fucking Pluto. River's Edge Catalyst, over 90,000
Rockin's fucking ass and shot up to Pluto.
views. Tons of views. Views are doing good again. Get more views. Negative shit, shitting on every game to get views. I'd get more views. I know I would. Am I gonna see a giant effing spike through the roof? Those copyright strikes fucked me over. I fucked up. Didn't do anything that was entertaining. Have this looming debt over my fucking head forever. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of it. Well, a year ago, you said that eventually you might go back to work on Project 7.
Yeah.
Phil, didn't you
Yeah,
say
what happened to that? We talked about that last week. You said you're going to go back to Project 7.
that you might start traveling again and you'll do conventions?
Oh, I didn't see the pit stains. I don't want to miss those.
I'm gonna get out of it. Well, a year ago, you said that eventually you might looming this fucked me over.
Hold on.
Every game to get views. I'd get more views. I know I would. Am I gonna see a giant effing spike?
Wait. Oh, yeah. Robust. It's like a sponge in there. There we go. See that darkness? That's a dark place.
Through the roof? Those copyright strikes fucked me over. I fucked up. Didn't do anything that was entertaining. Have this looming debt over my fucking head forever. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of it. Well, a year ago, you said that eventually you might go back to work on Project 7.
Yeah,
It's
what
off
about
the table.
that? I was
Phil,
hyped for that.
Didn't you say
Oh.
that you might start traveling again and you'll do
Yeah.
conventions?
I was hyped for
It's
that.
off the table. If you're doing this or that or this, it's off the table. They say this to people. I say, what about the green screen that you used last?
Yeah.
All of that stuff's off the table. It's
What?
that simple. One thing that I do wish is that I wish that to continue to be successful. This video will undoubtedly have thousands of views. Views, who cares? I'm Darkside Phil. That's it.
Amazing.
Thank you,
You're fucking worthless humans for the views. Big ups, dude. Amazing video. Here, go get this guy. I don't think he makes videos anymore. He has 27 subscribers, but that's too fucking low. Let's get him to make more videos, because that's an awesome fucking video. So yeah, can you please continue to give me money, and I don't want to change whatever I do. Okay, that's the message of this video. Oh God, Sammy, great comment. Hating on DSP in 2016 is like hating on John Cena in 2016. Utterly pointless. One of the biggest DSP fans, and you would definitely not be surprised to see that is his comments. Anyone else of interest here? K Galleon. Oh, DSP Reacts. I'd just like to give a thank you shout out to all the idiots who use downvoting bots on this channel. No, they're not using bots. It's just a lot of people. It doesn't negatively affect me at all, and it gives me extra views. So by all means, keep attracting attention to the vlogs that you don't like so that more people will come and downvote and use downvote bots. By the way, even with all your efforts, you've only narrowly managed to keep the dislikes with the likes. Hilarious. Well, as long as you're not worried about it, huh? Marcus Daly. I feel like I've seen that before. I don't know if you've spoken about this yet, but how does YouTube Red affect you in your YouTube revenue? Great question. What does DSP respond? I get a cut of the YouTube Red profits, but sadly this isn't broken down in any of the data I'm provided. So although it does benefit me, I have no idea how much. All right, we're getting out of here. How does he finish though? I think he asked for a big Patreon bake.
No lie, it was by far the most successful playthrough I did in 2015 was Until Dawn. That's the kind of stuff that can happen with word of mouth, okay?
Oh, word of mouth?
That's number one. Number two.
Yeah, what can we do?
KO Gaming. Tell someone about it. Say, there's a guy who's doing this really deep...
Yeah, tell all your friends about KO Gaming, guys. Please go do that. Please tell people about KO Gaming. I'm going to do that today. I'm going to find 5 people and tell them about KO Gaming.
Awesome
Please do that too.
gameplay reviews and stuff out there.
Yeah.
It's just on par with other big YouTubers who are getting millions of views on their fucking videos. They're just as good.
Okay.
Go check it
I'm
out.
going to go to Starbucks and say that. Hey, excuse me. Do you have a second? There's someone named KO Gaming, and his views are on par or better than people that get millions of views. So you really should check this out.
If you do that, KO Gaming keeps growing, and it could get to be one of those high-profile YouTube gaming channels. I'll be golden, all right? And that'll be great. Then we don't have to worry about any of this shit anymore, right? And number 3, I'll be honest, Patreon, I know it's fallen off. Patreon has fallen off.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Last month, it was very disappointing that we didn't hit the goal.
Oh, no.
And I've tried to stay positive.
Do we tell people? Should I tell people about that too? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're starting to lie. We're lying too much.
There's like maybe 10 days left
Excuse
in the
me.
month.
I'd like to share an exciting opportunity for you, Starbucks patron. This is what you get. If you donate money to the Dark Side Phil, who, by the way, his reviews are just as good, if not better, than people with millions of views, you could donate money and get you can vote on his Patreon playthroughs. It's not guaranteed that he's going to finish them, but yet he will bitch about the games you choose for months and then finally get around to playing it months later, and then he won't even finish it. So I don't know how you're not doing this. Please check out KO Gaming as well.
We're still like $160 away from the goal, and I'm like, my God, are we going to hit it again now? We're in jeopardy, even though there's more people are showing up for my streams, more people are watching my videos. KO Gaming's taking off. The Patreon support is key. I'm not joking.
Oh, he was asking for it. Hear that? Where is the Patreon support? That's what he was just about to say.
Gaming's taking off. The Patreon support is key. I'm not joking. This isn't like me saying, I need money. No. This is something that I needed for the past year and a half to keep doing this. I'm not joking about it. It's very important.
Excuse me, sir. Have you heard of the gospel of DSP Gaming and KO Gaming? He has reviews that are on par with viewers with YouTube channels that you might have heard of, such like Sir Moist, Angry Joe, that guy with the glasses. His reviews are on par, if not better than those.
That I get that funding, so please understand.
Yes.
If that goes away, something might get hurt negatively.
What's going to get hurt? Oh, is that a threat? Was that a threat? It's like a mafia threat. You hear that? Something might get hurt. You gonna bust some kneecaps? Listen to this.
Understand. If that goes away, something might get hurt negatively.
What might get hurt? Oh shit! I'm scared now.
That funding, so please understand. If that goes away, something might get hurt negatively.
Oh, no.
All right. I think a lot of people just take it for granted now. Well, that's not a crazy knock you out kind of goal this month. I don't need to pledge. I'll wait until there's an amazing $1 a month.
There we go.
And gentlemen.
Yes.
I said it a million times. If
yes.
you're watching this video will undoubtedly have thousands of views. If 1/3 of the people who watch this video gave me $1 a month on Patreon, I probably would never have to make a fucking video like this again. Because I just said, everything's good. Views, who cares? Everything's good.
I need dollar.
I have support from the people who want to see me keep doing this. But people think it's a joke or they make fun. Oh, I'm begging for money. Very much the opposite.
People that make jokes about it were never going to give you even $1, right? So that's irrelevant to bring them up. People think it's a joke. If anyone has an inkling that it's a joke, they're not going to give you any money. Even $1 a day, even 1 cent a day. Ooh, 5 Gold Star Hogan pull. I think that might be one of the highest we've seen.
I love what I do. I pride myself on doing things much differently from many other YouTubers, and I want to keep being able to do it. It's obvious there's an audience out there for it, but we all need to participate in order to keep it going. This isn't one of the things that went viral.
We all need to participate. This is unhinged.
Or has financial backing from a corporation to keep this going.
Yeah, what do we got to do?
We all have to take part in it, right?
We
So
all take
please
part.
consider-
Oh, it's a profit sharing situation. Okay, profit sharing. I'm down. Big ups, Logan K says $5. $5 a month.
Spreading the word, watching the stuff, Patreon. That's how you can help.
Okay.
All right, everyone.
So rate,
That's it.
comment,
Long
rate,
video,
participate.
A lot was discussed, but I feel it's a very informative video, and I wanted to get it off my chest. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling positive.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
happier than I was the past few years, and I think that's coming through in a lot of the stuff that I'm doing.
Another classic. I'm happier than I was in previous years. He would later say, this is the worst period of his life.
And people are seeing that actively, and that's why I'm attracting new audiences and stuff to me.
Are you?
So that's a good thing. And I certainly hope that, again, starting
God.
tomorrow, there's brand
Quarter
new games
demons
coming
are
out.
just all over the
Hopefully people will
place.
be reinvigorated to check out my stuff, and we can hit the ground running positively, all right? I'm Darkside Phil. As always, thank you very much.
Thank you, worthless humans. All right, so as you can see, this is August 2016. I'm going to bring the numbers up for you. August 2016. Wait. I don't want to jump the gun here. So this August 2016, he had 171 patrons, $1,000. It did actually go down in September and October. We're still not to that big jump yet, but don't worry, I'll get us there. Trust me. I am the captain here, and we're going to take you on a successful voyage. Here we go. September 28th, 2016.
This could be something refreshing. Forza could be something refreshing and different for me to do to take us into the next week until these new releases start hitting. And by the way, this is technically a new release. This game was released yesterday. How this goes, okay?
Okay. Definitely.
Now.
Uh-oh.
Excuse
Here's
me.
where you come in.
Let's talk. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about today. Good positive news for the pre-stream, which always makes me happy, okay?
Definitely.
The first piece of positive news,
For positive
ladies
news
and gentlemen,
is
that as of last night, it is official, overnight, we hit the funding goal for Patreon for this month. So I want to say thank you here. I might as well bring this up as a celebratory kind of a deal. Thank you to everyone who did come together and pledge. We actually had a bunch of people.
All right, so I just wanted to show that it does work. So when he makes those big videos, it does work. Great audience. They pay daddy, okay? But still not as much as he wanted.
That episode, okay? Now, what else? Well, I've got good news. It was good news that I kind of shared 2 days ago, but I put kind of a what if kind of, not what if, but what's the word? There's a word I'm looking for, and I can't freaking think of it right now. I hate when that
E-begging?
happens. Basically, 2 days ago,
Pity party?
I announced
Oh.
we had hit the Patreon funding goal
That's the video I just showed you.
for the month
Uh-huh.
of September.
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
so it's good. We're going to be doing this horror marathon coming up, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, I wanted to do a Halloween horror marathon, and now patrons will be nominating and voting on games and stuff. But
If you make fun of any
what
stream
if-
chatter, Derek or otherwise, you're a fucking loser.
Big ups, Aid. Says big ups, WPIG 6051. Big ups back to you, Aid. Good luck on your pull. We're looking for the Nyx. We need to get Nyx on this stream. Come on, Nyx. Come on, Nyx. Boy, not bad. We'll take those.
pledge because they wanted to see me produce their pledges at any time. So I know there were people who last month pledged because they wanted to see me play Banjo-Kazooie, which was last month's goal.
Okay. Shut the fuck up.
A bunch of people, was what it said we were going to play. Okay, I kind of had to tell everyone on Twitter about this, and I do want to say thank you because over the past 24 hours,
Yeah. This
a
is
good
what
6 or more people actually stepped up and pledged
See?
on Patreon.
Six
Some
Pay Pig stepped up.
people were already pledges, and they just upped their pledges. A few
Uh-huh.
people were first time
He begged for 60 minutes. 60 minutes.
All
It
right.
does work,
Thank
guys.
you for re-upping your membership. I appreciate that.
pledges, and they said, no, we really want to see this horror marathon happen.
Yep.
You know, I'm going to pledge. So they did.
And you did beg like your life depended on it, so people responded.
And because of that,
Yep.
we've hit the goal. Now, I just want to let you know something.
Uh-oh.
There's pretty much no chance whatsoever that we're not going to hit the goal. We're in the clear. And the reason I say that is because Patreon's kind of weird and
Oh, I'm not listening to this again.
distracted by the stream chat not working. The mods are currently taking care of business in the stream chat. So anyway,
Okay, here we go.
let's get back on topic. I have good news, and then we'll get started with gameplay. The good news is we did hit the Patreon goal.
I don't care about this Patreon goal anymore. Okay, now we are again. And now you think we just heard in August a big State of DSP Address. Well, wouldn't you know, in October 23, we get a video entitled Serious Talk. All right, so hope you're ready for this serious talk, everybody, because we have to get into it, right? Hope you're ready for this serious talk, everybody. Remember, you've done wrong. Your parents need to give you a serious talking to. I hope you're ready for it. Ready for the serious talk. Make sure I get to the right port. Okay, here we go. Hope you're ready, everybody, for your serious talking to. Oh, Chew's watching Attack on Titan. Hang on. Chew, turn off Attack on Titan. All right. She turned it off.
Tuesday.
Here we go.
The continuing playthroughs of Battlefield 1, WWE 2K17, the release of a brand new game in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, the possibility of doing some DLC style releases this week. Batman in particular has a new episode.
There we go.
I absolutely have to address it in this video. I already talked a little bit about it on my pre-stream earlier today, but I'm
what is
very much aware that a very limited amount of people actually watch my pre-streams that I upload to YouTube.
Definitely.
And only a few hundred people are usually there for the pre-stream when I turn it on in the afternoon when I start my live streaming.
Okay, cool.
So, if you're the kind of person that doesn't care about me or my business,
yeah,
you only want to hear about what games I'm covering this week, fast forward because I'm going to be talking about it for about 5-10 minutes, and then we're going to get to the schedule.
All right, you heard it. 5-10 minutes, guys.
But the bottom line is I don't have a real venue to talk about this kind of stuff anymore. I don't do my podcast. I don't do channel updates, right? And really, what opportunity do I have to talk directly to the viewers besides the weekend preview or maybe every once in a while Ask the King? Not much. I didn't want to do 2 videos because I was afraid if I did 2 videos, then everyone one video
just get to the topic, please.
Playthroughs, including things like Dark Souls 3, Uncharted 4, Overwatch, Doom, tons of new stuff that was coming out during this time period of, say, March through June. And viewership was good, profit was good, everything was good.
Profit.
Also over on KO Gaming.
Viewership was good, profit was good.
That channel was doing great because I was doing game reviews and impressions videos and montages, and it had some pretty consistent, great viewership over there.
Okay.
And then the summer hit.
Yeah,
and what
happened
was there was a drought of new releases, almost nothing new coming out during the summer months, and people said, well, Phil's not covering new games.
I think not that. I don't think it's compensated for being ignored as a kid, but having no social life at all.
That's what I'm interested in, and they went away.
Yes.
Now, this always happens. Every year, this has happened. The only year it hasn't happened ever was way back when. I think it was like 4 years ago, maybe even more.
Okay,
when
I'm going to get past...
Grand Theft Auto Summer Marathon. I did Grand Theft Auto 3.
I'm going to get past as much as I can here.
Vice City and San Andreas. Now, obviously, you can understand why. 3 games I had never played before, games that are difficult, games that are challenging, but also are huge cult following favorites and giant...
Don't care.
For you fully.
Okay.
Then, this past week, right, new games such as Battlefield 1.
Here we go.
And now the Dark Souls 3 DLC, which I just completed as of today.
Okay, so
tons of new content, and quite honestly, hundreds, if not at this point, almost $1,000 invested in new games, new gameplay equipment just for this month alone.
New games and new gameplay equipment. What the fuck is new gameplay equipment? What is he talking about? Oh, VR. Okay. Excuse me. He got the PlayStation VR. That's gameplay equipment. Excuse me. I need some new gameplay equipment. I'm trying to buy a Switch. Excuse me, sir. A Best Buy employee. I'm looking for the latest gameplay equipment, please. Thank you.
To cover new stuff and provide
your finest gameplay equipment, please, sir.
You with entertaining video content. Every single year that I've done YouTube, October, November, and December, when all the new games are coming out, I see a spike in views.
Okay, cool.
And I see a spike in income because of it. And I depend on it because this is something that helps me at the end of the year to pay my taxes, to pay off my impending bills, things that I built up over the summer that really I couldn't pay off because I wasn't making a lot of money. This is kind of how YouTube works. You get
seems like a bad business, and not every YouTuber works like that, sir.
Highs and lows during the year.
Not every YouTuber works like that, sir.
But I have bad news.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
What's the bad news, huh?
What's going on
with YouTube, but according to YouTube, nothing is turning around, and basically I'm like this. I'm completely flat. During the summer, when there were no new releases, the same amount of people are now watching me cover all the new releases. Not one extra person has come back to watch me cover the new stuff. And I have a very hard time believing this. I really do, okay? So let's talk honestly.
Yeah. Philip, how would you describe your...
back to what people are now watching. But according to
how would you describe your head shape?
YouTube, nothing is turning around, and basically...
How would you describe your head shape, Philip?
I'm like this.
Oh, I'm pretty good. Pretty good shape there.
Completely flat.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I don't think it's not completely flat, but it's kind of flat. Let me ask again, though.
YouTube, nothing is turning around, and basically
What when you were like 3 years old? What was your head shape like?
I'm like this.
Oh,
I'm completely flat.
Oh, okay. That's your mommy probably didn't do tummy time enough.
During the summer, when there were no new releases, the same amount of people are now watching me cover all the new releases. Not one extra person has come back to watch me cover the new stuff, and I have a very hard time believing this. I really do. Okay.
Oh.
So let's talk honestly here.
Yeah,
all right?
Why start now?
Here's the deal. Right now, I'm nervous. Because I don't know what's going to happen. Typically, what happens is the end of the year, we get this spike, and it helps me out. And now, if I don't get any kind of an increase in viewership, in income in the next 3 months for the end of the year, which is the big push, you get the most ad revenue and everything, I don't know if realistically I'm going to be able to do this full time as a business. Yes. And that's terrible because this is an 8-year legacy.
Because I've done this 8 years, I should be able to do that indefinitely. Get the hint? Step up.
Year investment of my life to make a YouTube hobby turn into a job, and I've tried my best, even though I've made many mistakes over the years, to listen to the feedback of people and actively improve. And I will tell you something.
Yeah, please.
I staunchly stand by the statement that I think 2016 has been the most positive gaming year in like 4 years that I've done YouTube.
He would later say this was the worst year of his life. 2016, 2017.
Because let's face it, the past few years, things have been kind of on a negative trend.
Yes.
Last year, we had all the nasty trolling. I got swatted, and I had my YouTube channel destroyed by false copyright strikes.
I gotta say this.
I was moving, and I was in transition, and there was an entire 2-3 months there where everything was in flux.
You chose to move, sir.
And the hardware wasn't set up yet, and everything...
The hardware wasn't set up yet, and everything was kind of uncertain. Oh, those are massive problems. Those will bring your whole world down. Your hardware wasn't set up. That takes about an hour, okay?
It was kind of uncertain, right?
Uh-huh, yes.
And then the year before that was the year that I had adopted live streaming, and so there was a big kind of change of, oh man, people have to get to live streams instead of just on-demand videos. There was a transition there. We're talking 3 to 4 years where things were constantly kind of in flux, and there was a lot of negativity and stuff thrown my way. This year...
Yeah, by the way, WB Champions is 4 months from being released.
Particular, I think it's been the opposite. There's been stuff that's tried to happen and
excuse me. March 8th, 2016. So now we're in October. So it's April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 7 months previously, WB Champions was released.
I mean, let's face it. That incident that happened back in May.
Oh, what's that? Huh? What's that incident? That sounds pretty cool.
Ended my YouTube career. It did nothing negative whatsoever. I continued on. I persevered, and I had several great months that May and onward into the summer because of the positive attitude that I had and all my viewers had. All right? And here's something else that I want to tell you.
Yeah. Please, go ahead.
I certainly don't believe that it's the fault of me or you that whatever's going on with YouTube is happening, and they're claiming that I have no growth and no increase of anything during this hardcore gaming season. And let me explain why.
Oh, please.
I talked about it on the pre-stream earlier. I got to reiterate this. YouTube has a system called analytics by which it reads all the data on your videos.
YouTube has a system called analytics. Oh, okay, cool. They have that. That's theirs.
Okay. According to YouTube Analytics, this month of October, I have more likes, a striking increase in likes.
Oh,
okay.
Cool. By the way, his streak, so just so you know, the streak began in February of 2017. The streak of the legendary streak of Down from the Rafters. Real quick, let's just take a quick look. Why don't we? We're all here, right? We're all here anyway. 2,641 days ago, he began playing WB Champions. So that means he didn't log in until, actually, he did not play until February 10th of 2017. that is when he started playing. Well, that's time playing. That doesn't mean when you started playing, I guess I should say. So I actually don't know that. The streak itself started, I read that incorrectly. The streak itself started January 31st, 2018. But he has played it for 400 days in addition to that. So, you know, who knows when he really started, right? But let's check out the team. I always like to see the team because I like to add these to the. I like to add these cards because like it's like I always imagine like I know Philip's not going to watch this stream. He never does. But if he did tune in and someone pulled one of these cards, that would hurt the most, and I really want to do that. So yeah, I got to get Brutus the Beefcake. I don't have him yet, and he is a hot, sweaty man. So I definitely want to get Brutus the Beefcake here. I do have Papa Pump. I do have Papa Pump and Head Shrinkers already. I do not have Brutus Beefcake, so I will work on that. Don't worry, okay? I do have Randy Savage and Triple H already as well, so don't worry there. They're available for pulling right now, I promise. But back to it.
Striking increase in engagement, which means people are not only watching the videos, but they're watching for longer. Instead of
that streak could have started after the name. Correct, yes. Great point. Great fucking point there. Great point.
just watching for 5 minutes, you're watching for 8 to 10 minutes. Now, I just pulled that out of my ass. I don't know if that's the assumption, but people are watching my videos longer before they click off to do something else. Okay? People are sharing the videos more. I actually got that statistic. Tons of people are saying, share this video, watch this video, this is interesting. Phil's doing interesting stuff.
People are
All right, thank you for re-upping your
people are
membership. I
definitely doing
appreciate
that. Oh, people are sharing. Check this out. Phil's doing interesting stuff.
Okay. So everything that I'm seeing, total minutes watched, the length of time people are watching, likes, and dislikes are down. That's the other thing too. People might say, oh, it's because you get the spam of dislikes from the haters, right? No, dislikes this month are down on my business. On DSP Gaming in particular, they're down because people are so excited to see the new stuff that I'm covering.
Yeah.
They're enjoying it, they're liking it, they're thumbing it up, they're sharing it.
This is all true and
all
real.
That makes it, it's great. So then Phil's having a great month, and YouTube says no. Views are down, revenue's down. What?
I don't know, bro. That's a good
what I'm
question.
seeing in the data is that I'm being told by you, the viewer, by what your activities, I'm doing the right thing, you're loving the content, and I'm still having a bad month. How does that make sense?
Just because let's pretend we believe him for a second. That more people are liking it, less people are disliking it. That doesn't mean more people are finding you. It means the people that are watching it are enjoying it, which is positive. It doesn't mean that more people are going to find you because of that stuff. You know?
It makes no sense.
I mean, it's a good indicator, right? If more people are liking your stuff, probably more people will find you higher in the algorithm, stuff like this. But it's not like it definitely means it's going to happen. It also could take time.
Whatsoever.
But I'm not believing this anyway.
I can't, as a logical being, I can't wrap my fucking head around it and make any
Yeah,
logical
Phil's
sense
deep
out
diving.
of it. Like, I'm stumped. This makes no...
Not
when
yet,
you're being
Alex. That's a
told
good idea.
directly from your customer base, you're doing the right thing, you're covering the fun stuff, keep at it, go for it, I do it, and then it says you fail. What?
It doesn't mean there's more fans finding you, though, or wanting to be fans. You might have reached a peak. And I think you have now.
What the fuck? Now, maybe, I have no clue here. Maybe YouTube screwed up. Maybe YouTube changed something.
Yeah. Maybe.
And now the views don't count like a view. It has to be you watch a certain percentage of a video now for it to record as a view.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Something.
That's definitely
I
it.
don't know.
Yep.
But the bottom line is...
Oh, God, we are on fire.
Sadly... the ad revenue is
12.
tied to viewership.
Might be new record, actually.
To get ad revenue on a video, it needs to be a ad-supported view, meaning you have to not have ad blocker software on.
Yeah, definitely turn that
you
on.
have to see the actual ad. Now, you can click on, remember some of this says skip ad after a couple seconds. That's fine. But you actually have to physically see the ad in order for me to make any money on a video.
So definitely want to turn that on.
So I don't know if people aren't seeing the ads, if maybe there's just been a sharp increase in people using ad blocker software.
Hopefully.
This is the first year that my income is based off of ad revenue purely. So I'm
this is the real issue because Machinima restructured. So they renegotiated, and by renegotiate I mean we're paying you this much now, and you're gonna like it.
just in new waters here. I have no idea.
It was mutual.
All hypothetical. Maybe YouTube did change the way that views are recorded, and therefore, even though people are loving what I'm putting out, half the people who are watching my content aren't getting recorded as views, and I'm not making money on it.
Yep. Wishful
could
thinking,
be,
brother.
All right.
Wishful thinking.
The reason I'm bringing this up in this video
Yeah,
is because
please.
the bottom line is I only have a
God.
couple months to basically try to turn this thing around. If I can't turn this around by the end of December,
What's gonna happen?
this might be like panic mode, meaning I have to go through extreme measures in order to figure out how to finance keeping doing this as a business.
Yes.
Meaning borrowing money, more money, which is going to suck because I'm already up to my eyeballs in debt. Borrowing even more money is not going to work. It's going to be a terrible idea. But I might have to do it. Trying to refinance the mortgage on my house here because my house's equity has gone up huge in the past 2 years because the house values in this area. Excuse me. The home values in this area have risen dramatically in the past 2 years. So maybe I could refinance and maybe take some of my debt and wrap it in there and reduce my payments or something.
That'd be
I don't know. I'm literally grasping at straws at this point. Because I've never been in this position. I've been in situations where, yeah, it might have looked bleak, but I always kind of had a silver lining at the end. Now I'm literally being told I'm doing everything right and I'm still failing somehow.
Yes.
And I don't understand it. How could you do everything right, be told you're doing everything right,
I did
but your
nothing
views are down
wrong.
and your revenue's down?
Everything is wrecked.
So all I can say is this, everyone. The reason
Yes.
I'm bringing this up in the weekend
Please,
preview,
please, yes. Finally,
I love
the point.
doing this.
Okay.
And the weekend preview
I love doing this, so I want to keep doing it, and that's where you come in.
it was the pivotal day of the week when I get to tell you all the stuff that I'm covering. Very shortly, if by the end of the year this doesn't turn around, I don't think you're going to be seeing me around as much as you did, if at all.
So remember, the reason we're here, by the way, is to find out this big jump. And as you can see, October 10th is here, and by the end of November, we gained. Well, I mean, it looks like a big jump because it is. It's $300, but the number of patrons is where you want to look at. So he has 164 patrons. He makes this of patrons. Then he makes this video, and it jumps all the way up to 258. So that's really the hardcore dents that are susceptible to pity party. You could almost, it's about 100 of them actually. 100 pity party I'm not going to try the word anymore. People that are susceptible to pity parties, it's about 100 of them. And as you can see, from October to November, we gained about 100. Not a lot of money, right? Not that much extra money. I mean, it's extra 300. But that's how many people fell for this pity party.
Because I won't be able to do YouTube as a job anymore. I was actually, literally, I was on the phone with my mother today.
Yeah, crying.
Talking to her about this. And she's
As
like,
you can
well,
see,
how could you
pity parties work when you have a very, very impressionable and malleable fan base.
get out of all that debt? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Declare bankruptcy and ruin my credit and having to move out of
No, you don't want to do that. He won't do that.
this house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he won't do that.
It's like,
That's not going to happen. No way.
if I could just make the money that I was making last year before all the trolling happened that really screwed me over, I'd be
yes.
fine. I'd be more than fine.
Yes. Always blame them.
I'd be able to save money and I'd be able to pay off my debt. And those kids that fucked with me last year with those false copyright strikes really have no idea how much they hurt me.
Hear that, Be Awesome One?
Like, someone could have run up and stabbed me.
Yeah.
And if I survived it, probably would have been less damaging than what those fucking kids did to me last year. I mean, I'm devastated. And we've tried everything. You know, Leanna got a job this year. She's working and earning money, but it's not going to be enough. Unless I can get YouTube to turn around, it's not going to be enough.
Okay, got it.
So what can you do?
What can I do?
You're the avid viewer. You're the person...
Yeah, I'm really interested in this. I'm an avid viewer.
likes my stuff, who watches the weekend preview, who wants to know what can you do.
Yeah.
Well, keep doing what you're doing, because according to YouTube, you're doing the positive stuff. You're liking the videos.
Yeah.
You're sharing the videos. You're watching for longer. Like, I can't fault anyone on the opposite side of this camera, because according to YouTube, you guys are doing the right thing.
Yeah, so what else can we do?
Like, the proof is there. The evidence is there that you are loving the stuff and you're doing the right thing.
Okay.
So
what
to
can
me,
we do?
I just got to be like, I don't know, right? I can't. What do you blame?
So
How do you
do
blame
nothing?
anything? I don't know. So it is what it is. You're doing the right stuff. The
Sweet.
only things that I can say
Yeah,
you can
we
do,
did nothing
if
wrong.
you're not doing some of those things I just mentioned, please do.
Okay, what?
And over here, of course, Patreon.
Oh,
and,
no.
you know, every once in a while, first of all, I only plug Patreon very rarely. On my pre-streams once a day, and maybe every once in a while in a vlog, okay?
I've played you at least 12 of those today.
And I do not actively advertise during my streams, watch my playthroughs on YouTube, 0 advertisements, right?
my God.
No ads. You don't see an end card with 100 things to click. Click on this to buy
I'd rather that than begging.
this. Click on this for money. Click on this for this is what everyone on YouTube does now. And I had never adopted that practice simply because I want to provide you
with begging content every day.
with the highest
I'd rather give you pity parties every day like I'm doing right now.
quality unedited, raw playthrough content as quickly as I can divvy it out for you, without me playing for 3 hours and then having to edit for 2 days to add in end cards on every video. And now
So the real reason you don't do it is just laziness. Got it.
get to play 3 games a month because it's all about advertisement, right? I get to do tons of stuff. I cover tons of games. This is what people have told me over the years they like about me. So I don't want to change my formula to be a sellout shill and constantly right here I have to talk about 20 things I'm selling. Here's a shirt. Here's the DSP doily, everyone. The DSP doily only for $5.99 right now up at at the
no one does that.
shop. Go there and buy. I don't want to be doing that.
Okay.
I don't. But
Got
something
it.
has to change if I'm to keep doing this. Now, this year, I thought I was doing the right thing. Between DSP Gaming, KO Gaming being the edited content channel, and the King of Hate Vlogs here being my vlogging, I separated them, and it was very successful.
No, Alpha Omega
until the
shout
summer.
outs.
And then the whole summer, it fucking fell apart. And I don't know what to do about it.
Yes, he said once a day is
It was a
rarely.
pivotal thing that happened during the summer where everyone said, well, fuck Phil, we hate him now. Nothing happened. It was actually a very positive summer. People enjoyed the stuff I put out during the summer. So what?
You kind of forgot about the whole Persona 3 thing that we covered earlier. I mean, people didn't like that. You lost about 50 patrons for that.
What gives? There's no logical explanation, all right?
Not saying that was the only reason. I mean, I really think it's just, his fan base kind of grew up and were natural decline, but let's not pretend nothing negative happened.
Sorry to be so negative, all right? I'm not trying to be, and I don't want to come across like that, especially in my gameplay videos. I want you to be excited and upbeat about the new games I'm covering the next few months. There's some great high-profile releases just this week. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, I can't wait.
Don't talk about games
I love
again.
Dragon Ball. I've been watching both the original Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z this year.
Let's get to the fadeaway bag.
Game and this character, that character. I'll recognize the characters from the movies, and I'll remember all the plot lines in my head, rather than last time I played I was so rusty because I couldn't remember half the this a million times, and people take it for granted. All right, I don't advertise a lot, so not a lot of people hear about Patreon. It's very simple. It's this simple.
Tell me about this.
Do you watch the Week in Preview every week?
No.
Think about it. Do you watch some of my gameplay videos every week? Are they entertaining to you? Or
No.
do you watch my vlogging every week? DSP Tries It, which has been the longest running DSP series pretty much ever.
No.
Right? Do you watch my new edited content over on KO Gaming? If your answer to any of those is yes, and the answer is I want to see it continue,
Wait. How many answers can I give? I said yes to that. I said no to that. Now, can I also say I want to see it continue?
if your answer to any of those is yes, and the answer is I want to see it continue.
Okay, so if the answer is yes and the answer is I want to see it continue, so you got to have both of those. It's like a double if. Okay, got it.
Patreon is the way to make it happen. And I say this every day on my stream.
Okay.
Seriously, I'm serious about this.
Yeah,
if
please.
10% of the people, 10%, 1/10, who watch my videos and live streams, pledged $1 a month to my Patreon.
$1 a month.
I would not ever care about YouTube views. I would not ever care about YouTube ad revenue. You never have to hear me have a segment like this again in a video. Okay? It's $1. $1 a month. What is that to you?
Yeah.
A pack of gum? You know what I mean?
Yeah, what?
I'm sure you throw $1 away on stupid shit every month.
Yeah,
but
I just burned $1 a month. Just no problem. I take a lighter and just burn it up.
You could use it on much more useful stuff, like allowing me to continue to do this 8-year fucking legacy as a business in the future.
Wow.
$1 a month. It's not a lot, okay?
It's not a lot, guys.
Please, if you have never considered pledging to Patreon before, but you like my stuff, please consider doing it if you can do it. Listen, I understand to those who can't, but if you can, I mean, I'm being real with you now. I need the help.
I need the help.
What the fuck is going on with YouTube? I can't change positively when YouTube's telling me everything I'm doing is positive, yet I still have low views and I'm not making any money. It doesn't make
I can't change anything. The only thing that can change is how much you give me.
sense. So it's got to come from somewhere else.
Okay.
And if Patreon is the way to do it,
Yes.
then Patreon has to be the way to do it. All right. So please pledge to Patreon. If we could get a significant increase in Patreon pledges this month to show a rally of positivity
what
that
could
I
that
can
do?
still
What'd that
make
do?
this happen. Think about that. That's going to hit me full head of steam into the end of the year, getting, super confident, editing these videos. Right now, I'll be honest with you. I'm excited, but I'm very worried. And I don't want that to come through when I'm playing a game or I'm doing something that I'm
Just give me money so I'm comfortable with everything in my life. Feel Ice Cream in the house says, don't buy yourself something. Just give it to me. Yeah. I'm sure you burn stuff. You waste money all the time. Waste it on me.
worried about the future of my business, and now I'm not having fun anymore, or I'm frustrated because I want to get this fucking video out and just get the fuck out of here because I'm so frustrated. I don't want it to be like that.
Okay.
I want it to be positive. Earlier this year, I was so overwhelmingly happy and positive. I don't know what the fuck happened over the summer that everything changed like
I must have missed that part.
So, what I'll say in summary,
yes,
and now
please.
I'll cover the schedule for this week. Thank you for listening.
Yes.
Thank you for being patient. I apologize that I had to put this segment into this video, but it's a serious matter.
Yes, please.
Every week, 3,000 to 4,000 people watch this particular video. All right? Just think about that. If 1,000 of those people love my video content and pledged $1 a month, if I had a $1,000 increase to my Patreon every month, it would help so much. I mean, so much.
So again, I'm just going to show it again. So this really did work. I mean, October to November, we gained 100 people. Now, unfortunately, to Philip, that was only a $300 increase, and it didn't last, as you can see. They dipped out very quickly. But yeah, that did gain him another 100 patrons, but... I mean, that's what I feel bad for, because those dudes are the really susceptible ones. You know, they said, all right, I can't help out that much, but I'll give $1, like Philip said, you know, and then...
Over the so much increase to my Patreon every month, it would help so I mean, so much.
Oh, shit, he said it again.
It would help so much. I mean...
Oh my god. God damn.
I would be over the moon ecstatic.
God damn.
Right? But am I expecting that? No.
That was wild.
If you're looking to help, spread the word, watch the videos, keep doing what you're doing.
My sister's face is beautiful.
That was wild. Big ups, Banhart. Did this motherfucker. My wife said, by Phil's logic, the bum at the freeway exit is a professional sign holder. Oh, definitely. If you want to see him continue to hold the sign, you're going to have to pony up just $1 a day, please.
And please pledge to my Patreon. I hope in the next couple of weeks to months to have a positive update for you.
Yes.
I guess we'll see what happens. Okay?
Okay. Whew, take a sip. That was... Oh, Philip, come on. We deserve Philip for that one. Oh, yes, Philip. That was a Philip. All right, a few more things till we're out of here today. Okay, so... for those, of course, I told you it worked. I know you can't see it exactly, but trust me, he does say it. He says, I'd like to say thank you to those who pledged, increased their Patreon pledges at the last day. It's a great start and much appreciated. It's a great start and much appreciated. You think that's enough, bitches? Step it up. It's a great start, motherfuckers. Next up, and this one is amazing. You can't, okay. It seems every time I face hardship, we find a way to get through it together. Patreon is a major help. It may overall be the way to keep it going. Someone says, that's good. Hope I really love your videos to me. Won't be the same without you there. Going to be Ghostbusters VR or whatever. What are they talking about? Okay, anyways. Someone's talking serious. Next, perhaps we can cut through the... Oh yeah, this is the next month. Next month. Philip says this. Perhaps we can cut through the BS and say people don't show up because the common YouTube viewer hates me because of years of slander, not my commentary. This is out of nowhere, by the way. And by the way, this is the I know you've seen it, and I guess I might as well play it. This is DSP Pokemon Lazy. Here we go.
To say them that way, and I didn't express myself properly the way that I said.
Oh, that's the day after. Here we go.
Okay, everyone.
This happened in November of this year, by the way.
Well,
big ups, Insane Spiro. Oh, you sent it on Twitter? Okay, gotcha.
Now, I hope you had
sick.
fun.
Let me check it.
Being that I knew people were enjoying the playthrough, I decided to go a little extra
You
long
sent it
today. As you
to-
saw, I went a whole extra hour on stream, which I hope you appreciate. Quite honestly, let me take a look because I've not.
Hold on a second. Insane Spyro says, okay, LT, gotta hand out. I'm going to send you a link on Twitter. Okay, yeah. Send it to me. Yeah. Big ups. All right. So this is November of 1 month after we just saw, remember, Philip beg his fans for all that shit. Here we go.
Not looked at stream numbers.
Remember, how do you think you want to, build up positivity? Is this the way? Is this the way?
Appreciate. Quite honestly, let me take a look because I have not looked at stream numbers all day. My God, the stream numbers were terrible. Wow, what happened?
What happened?
We never even. Hold on. I'm actually trying to go back here. Did we ever even get close to 400? We didn't, did we? At least from what I can see, I can't see the entire length of the stream, but from what I can see, which is back till around like 3 p.m., it looks like we barely even had 300 on stream. Wow. I don't know what's going on. Listen, here's the bottom line, and I'm tired of it now. No more excuses, all right? Because the bottom line is people are like, Phil's not engaged in his commentary, and Phil's commentary is boring, and that's why people don't want to watch the playthroughs of the streams. Bullshit. I'm loving this game. I'm voice acting. I'm engaged. I'm commentating on everything that's going on actively. Bullshit. I call massive bullshit on any idiot who says that about either the Watch Dogs 2, which I've been playing recently and really liking, or Pokemon. It's bullshit. I call complete and utter bullshit on anyone who's saying that I'm not engaged and I sound like I'm bored. I'm not. So I've had enough excuses. It just seems to me like people are fucking lazy and don't want to come out to the streams. I don't even know what else to say, Jim Bob says that at one point we had around 350. Well,
you think that's gonna pay the bills, Jim Bob?
This is kind of ridiculous that I can't even get 400 people for a live stream anymore of new games. You know what I mean?
Get the hint?
It would be like new games. It's one thing if this were like an old game that I was playing, it was boring, and it was an older game most people didn't care about. It's a brand new game, and I can't even get 400 people on stream. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I don't know. Like, I'll be honest with everyone. I enjoyed the stream today. I had a lot of fun. I did. I had a lot of fun.
Okay, but does that not matter now?
But what is the point of doing all the setup for the live stream? Right now, we're at the end of the stream. I've got 230 people on stream. Why?
Why?
I'm confused. I don't get it.
Why?
I just don't get it. But that's the thing. Now if I don't stream, people will complain. Why aren't I streaming? Well, because you didn't show up. That's why.
Oh, no.
If you showed up for the stream, I would bother with it, but it's ridiculous. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm really heavily considering not streaming this game anymore, I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I had fun. I want to say thanks to those of you who were here for the stream, obviously.
Yeah, we're here.
But, even you can see. It's black and white. It's black and white at this point that my daily live streams, people aren't turning up for them.
No, it's Pokemon Moon, Philip, not black and white.
So I guess honestly that might be it. This might be the final stream for the game. I don't know what else to say. And I do appreciate again those of you who did come out. And there were a few things in stream chat that were pretty helpful today. So thanks for that. But I don't know.
Okay, you get the point. So the response to that was, of course, these legendary tweets. Stream peaked at 354. Eddie CB43 Cynic is a legend for this. So Philip, of course, has a rant on this. These are all deleted, by the way. Well, folks, I'm loving Pokemon. Even streamed an extra hour today because of it. But attendance was pretty low, so that might be it. I'm not sure. People say that they watch because I'm not engaged and my commentary is boring, but now I'm fully voice acting the game I love. So that's BS. As I said previously this week, I will not continue to stream daily if people won't show up or stay engaged. If I am, you should be... If I am, you should be too. If I'm engaged, you should be too, motherfuckers. Perhaps we can cut through the BS. And so that one's still up. That tweet right there is still up. That's right here. Here we go. I love this one. So that would be valid if there were one or two videos making you look bad. Here, excuse me. Popular opinion based on so someone responded something and we can't see it anymore because it's deleted. But Philip responds to that person we can't see anymore and says, popular opinion based on mistruths and slanderous viral videos is exactly the same thing. People are gullible morons. Zachy says, that would be valid if there are one or two videos making you look bad. There's countless amounts. Because they went viral and people did them for popularity. That's the point of YouTube slander. Cheap attention. What you mean? What do you mean? Your videos you get uploaded in full without anything being edited out? Yeah, it's them giving you a bad name. When you take a 12-hour playthrough and edit it out to a 1-hour negative montage, yep, that's slander, not accurate representation. Dude, your 12-hour playthroughs will have more than a 1-hour This Is How You Don't Play. Just saying. That's just semantics. You understand the point? Cut out the majority of positive stuff to make one look bad. How is that truth? So he wants This Is How You Don't Plays where you just show the whole playthrough. I love those This Is How You Don't Plays where it's just watching the playthrough. Those are fun. 2 more videos today before we're out of here.
I'll be streaming again for the 4th day in a row Final Fantasy 15. Okay.
Yeah.
So, here's the deal. At this point in the game, I'm now past it. So that's a good thing because it means that every
I don't want to say of course I could play the thing where FAQ 93. You got a hell of a rabbit hole to go down. Big ups though. We're watching. We're following an. Let's say, how can I put this? I don't know if you know about YouTube reviewers, but we're watching one that makes reviews that are on par or better than people that get millions of views. So I really recommend you do pledge to his Patreon, and you can find it here at patreon.com/DarksidePhil. Also, I do recommend you go to etsy.com/theblackcurrant. You can find some great wax tart belts there. Also, you can find some good, there's some sales and stuff. I don't know about them really, but there is some sales there. Also, I recommend going to youtube.com/KOGaming1. You can see some good reviews there. Also, follow on Twitter and go to the King of Hate Vlogs if you're interested in vlog content. If you do have at least $1 a day, I do recommend that you definitely want to go to Patreon and donate to this person, because if you don't, he will not have the ability to keep doing his live, what has he been up to now? Oh, brother. Let me tell you, the best gameplay content on the internet. That's what we're looking right now. We're back in 2016, though. Seriously. Big us, I was just joking. We're watching his 2016 Patreon antics.
Going to see moving forward.
That's what we do here. History of DSP.
New, okay. In addition,
I don't know why this video's in here, though, to be honest. So I'm probably going to cut it. Let me see. I know there's something interesting here. Why would I put it in? But what is it? What is it?
Story as I could, and ended up doing this giant Titan fight, which was really awesome, and getting multiple creature summons and stuff like that.
I don't know why this is here. Go back.
400 viewers on the stream I've been using is 400. If I could get 400 viewers on the stream, then I will continue to stream Final Fantasy 15.
So yeah, this is when he puts the ultimatum of viewership. We got a viewership goal now. If it's at 400, I'll keep streaming. If not, I won't. And the last video of the day is the December Patreon goal.
If you go to lootcrate.com
Oh, we got to get through the plugs, though.
2008.
Oh.
So I've now been doing this for over... Keep doing it. There's many ways that you...
Oh, here we go. Full bag. Let's do one final full bag for the road.
I got a sip here of a drink to soothe my throat for a moment.
Oh, big ups.
Outside of all that stuff, I don't really think I have much else to talk about. I would obviously like to get into the game.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
big ups, Anonymous
really
Fish.
Quickly, let's just talk very quickly about some plugs, and then we'll get started.
Okay, cool. This will be quick. This will be quick, though. Don't worry.
So, first off, thanks to everyone who's attending my streams. Thanks to everyone watching my on-demand videos on YouTube. I'm very appreciative of your attention and your ongoing efforts to allow me to continue to do this as a job. I love it.
Oh, great.
I love doing this. Listen, if I didn't love doing this, I certainly wouldn't be toughing through it, through this cold and everything, to be here every day for you.
Oh,
I love
what a
my
legend.
job.
Thank you, sir.
And I want to keep doing it.
You are
There's
so
many ways that you can
brave.
allow me to keep doing this as a job. This 8-year legacy, I know. I've been doing it.
This is the laziest fan art I've ever seen. The Batman is over a person the other way, looking the other way.
I actually started in the fall of 2008.
Oh.
So I've now been doing this for over 8 years. That's pretty
cool.
freaking crazy when you think about
That's
it, right?
nuts,
That
dude.
span of time that I've been covering games.
It's been all positive, no begging since then.
So first off, Loot Crate.
Yeah.
If you go to lootcrate.com/DarksidePhil,
Well, that's a good idea.
That is my referral link. If you purchase
That's a good idea, actually. Like, who could make the most authentic dented fan art, right? Like, it can't be just, like, totally insane. It has to be kind of, you know, like, it looks like a dented fan art. You know what I mean? That's kind of a good idea, actually.
New subscription.
Because you don't need actual skill with Photoshop or anything. Like, make it look authentic.
Crate from that link, and then you use the discount code SAVEME10DSP. You save 10%, and I get some referral credit.
Oh, cool.
FYI.
Yeah, please.
I'm supposed to be getting my very first WWE Slam Crate soon. I know it's been a long time since
Hell
I did a
yeah,
Loot Crate
Slam
unboxing.
Crate.
It's because they've got me subbed to 2 crates
want
now.
that.
They're very close to each other. Like there's the Slam Crate coming up soon.
I want
and
the
then, like,
Slam
a couple weeks
Crate.
after that is the next Marvel Crate. So those are the 2 that I'm doing right now. So the Slam Crate should be coming within a week or 2. I'm
Oh my
supposed to get
God,
it
we got to see the
supposedly,
Slam Crate.
by the end of.
All right, you get the point. Anyways,
this month.
we don't need to watch the whole bag. I was kind of a... But anyways, as you can see, that'll end the... So now, in 2 weeks, somehow, we've covered 2 years of Patreon of Philip. We just ended 2016. He got this big influx. And as you can see from here, the downward climb goes and goes and goes. Someone asked earlier about what he's got now. He has 33 paid members now, and total earnings are at $321. I think I want to keep covering Patreon. Like I said covering like Philip. I want to keep doing Patreon, like the Patreon arc, but I don't think there's that much more big events outside of those first 2 years. But I'll check into it and see what we do next week. I'm not decided on next week yet. Let's see the Slam Crate real quick, because why not? We're not watching the whole thing.
What is up, folks? Darkside Phil here with a new Loot Crate unboxing. It is actually very end of December 2016, so I know it's been a while since I've actually unboxed anything from Loot Crate. That's because they switched me over to my very first WWE Slam Crate, which I finally had arrived early this week.
Hell yeah!
I'm finally getting a chance to unbox it.
Slam Crate.
This is actually, I believe, only the second WWE Slam Crate they've ever done. So this will be pretty interesting.
All right, I'm getting to when he opens it.
Let's see what it comes with, okay?
2 minutes. 2 minutes later.
Ahead of myself.
Whoops.
There we go. Okay. What do we got in this goodie box? Well, first off, lifting it up here.
Whoa!
Let's take a look. So the box itself, hold on, let me back off here. The box itself, now look at all the things that are inside. Now, first off,
2 minutes and 30 seconds.
I recognize something.
Uh-oh,
okay,
what's
right
this?
off the bat, I recognize something.
Yeah, what is it?
I see a Bailey Bear. That's right. If you've been watching Monday Night Raw,
I have not.
Recently, Bailey, a few weeks ago, started giving out these Bailey Bears on the show.
Whoa!
And they mentioned a few quick times about the WWE Slam Crate, but they really, you know, this is what, I'll be honest here, it kind of blew me away. They didn't really explain what the Slam Crate was. They weren't like, if you go to lootcrate.com, you can get a cool, you know, box of bi-monthly gifts that are WWE branded stuff. They didn't even say that. They were just like, oh, look, it's a Bailey Bear, which you could get in Slam Crate. And then they just moved on. So I was like, gee, that's kind of silly that they didn't really explain it.
Bailey
but anyway,
Bear.
there it is. It's cute. Cute little teddy bear.
How fast did that go in the
with
trash?
Bailey's shirt and headband on.
Pretty cool.
Cool. All right. We've got, look at this thing.
I can't see that one.
Metals die cast John Cena. Let's take a look at this. It's a Loot Crate exclusive. It says heavy die cast metal.
No, it's just empty. Pretty funny gimmick. Oh, nice goat.
Collect them all. So apparently it's a series, right? You've got
Genius.
Finn Balor, Paige, Brock Lesnar, John Cena. Now, the standard John Cena, if you're looking here, okay, is in red, white, and blue. This is the same figure, but in his alternate colors of orange, that turquoise, and white. So it's a different outfit, different, you know, color combination for
Guys,
John
this
Cena.
is something.
Okay.
It's different colors. All right, let's go to this.
Man, this is something I might wear. Look at
Oh,
this.
yeah.
A beanie. I love beanies. I wear these out all the time. A yes, Daniel Bryan beanie.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
It's actually funny because, you know, I used to
Not
actually
funny.
spread it out here for you.
Yeah, let me see this. Let me see this.
Nice.
Whoa!
An AJ Styles phenomenal one.
Hell yeah.
T-shirt. And let me tell you, this is cool, and the reason this is really cool.
Yeah, why is
he's
it
the
cool?
champion. He's the SmackDown champion.
Oh
right?
my God, no!
And
You gotta be kidding me. You're serious? This is the SmackDown champ?
the champion merch typically ends up being pretty damned expensive and or really, full price.
Oh, this is an investment
on WWE.com.
This is a retirement account.
Get a t-shirt, an AJ Styles t-shirt right now.
Awesome.
This, Slam Crate is a pretty damned good piece of merch.
Pretty damn
I mean,
good.
Typically, and this is again just going from me from when I used to buy their merch on the website. WWE shops.
AJ Styles is cool. Evil AJ is evil.
Or whatever it is. A typical WWE t-shirt can go anywhere, and this is not, I'm not kidding. I know some people might be blown away.
Yeah, I'm going to be blown away.
Anywhere from $20 to $40. I've seen prices, upwards of that range. Typically, when I used to buy them, they'd be about $25 to $30.
Holy shit.
Right? So, that's pretty cool, man. I like that.
Oh, God.
This is Connor. Yeah, this is Connor, who was a kid, 8 years old. He had, I cannot freaking pronounce this, medulloblastoma. He had a tumor that had affected his brain and spine.
I can read it.
And basically,
I like how he's trying to summarize the thing he's showing up. So basically, he had a rare tumor that affects his brain and spinal cord. And Connor's cure has helped raise about $1 million, apparently, and assisted more than 100 families all around the globe. And it's apparently he's in the fight for pediatric cancer. So yes, Connor's cure was created in his honor.
He became like a super fan of WWE. We got to hang out with all the superstars and everything.
Yes.
And they made a whole foundation in his name called Connor's Cure, where they've raised almost $1 million so far.
Okay, moving on. What?
Billy, the current female wrestler. Fast facts. With
current female wrestler.
Billy, the current female wrestler. Fast facts about her.
That's going in the trash.
Whoa!
You hear the difference? Oh my God! Hold on. We got to hear the difference in responses.
No, die-cast
hold
metal
on.
figurine. The WWE Intercontinental
that boned him right up. He got fully erect there.
Championship pin. The Bailey Bear.
Okay. Yeah, hold on.
And the Daniel Bryan beanie. Very nice.
All
now
right,
what's
so
on this poster here?
Oh, and this.
Outside the.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm not going to say anything. Listen to his response. Listen to the sound.
Bryan beanie. Very nice.
Listen.
Now what's on this poster here? Outside the. Little mini interview with Bailey, the current female wrestler. Fast facts about her.
All right, now get ready. Get ready.
Whoa! An Ultimate Warrior poster. Actually, I was again zoom out again here. Ultimate Warrior poster. That's kind of cool. Look at that.
Oh, that one's going on the wall.
It was just going to be like, promotional material. No, it's actually a poster as well.
Oh, that's going on the wall, bros. Hell
right?
Yeah.
That's girls, for the guys, for anyone who's a fan of the male wrestlers, the female wrestlers, if you were looking for a shirt, if you were looking for another piece.
He is such a shill.
Just a nice collectible and like a poster. You got pretty much everything
that
you'd be looking for in a collectible style. Any quick subscription there, and then at checkout use the code SAVEME10.
All right, I don't give a shit. All right, real quick, fade away song here. I do want to play a new song for you before we get out of here. The Level 1 Experience. This is a song by ScumbagJosh. Let's go. Last thing of the day before we get to songs to lead you into that being said. Here's a new song, world premiere. Jack it up. There we go.
I run to the office, no time for the wife. Jasper, stop playing with the ring light. Good morning, everyone, it's me, DSP. Show begins, it's podcast time. Jake stopping by. Here's the news about some games. It's a full Sunday and I'm already in flames. Terry and Shy already said hello. Why are you always this slow? Hold on, guys, somebody's arrived. 1 minute man right on time. He begs DSP. He begs DSP. He begs. The podcast is over. That means it's bathroom time. I'll be right back, guys, so don't you whine. 20 minutes later he returns. So jammies and a collared shirt. Oh, I see drops of back tip. That totally wasn't in the script. Grab myself some water and take a sip. He begs DSP. He begs DSP. He begs. 3 hours later with the vest and hat, I say goodbye to the checks. It's goal complete. Time for an Apple iTunes receipt. Hope I can add Hogan to my team. Oops, I didn't mean to say that on stream. He begs DSP. He begs DSP. He begs.
Oh, that's it.
Let me be clear. Now,
All right. See you in a second. We're going to get the tunes rocking in a minute. I'll see you on the other side, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Very meaningful time. Hope you have fun. That was a fun one. And I'll see you. That being said, song's coming in a second. You're all legends. Don't forget it. See you, my friends. And I'll play this song on the other side, all right? So if you want to see this song, hang on a minute. See you. You'll be redirected automatically. Bye.